Saturday. Your boy chilling at home today. I'm actually cooking today, whipping it up. You already know what it is. Got my wine, that Chardonnay. You know what I'm saying? So again, I promise I will be here today for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be consistent. This is gonna be a two-part series. The first part of this point guard series is has the traditional point guard position become obsolete? And then the second part, because when y'all come on the panel, I don't want y'all to go into it a lot. Because tomorrow, probably around 4:30, we're going to do part two, where we're going to talk about, do the Chicago Sky actually need a point guard, or were we just in desperate need in the 2024 season? That's a question we gonna talk about. It might get a little heated, but we gonna get to it because I'm gonna put it out there. I don't think the Chicago Sky necessarily need to go all in on the point guard where they got to give stuff up or get drop back in the lottery, whatever, little condemnations out there about what they should do with the third pick. But we gonna get into that tomorrow. I don't really get into that today. Today we just gonna talk about the point guard position itself in the WNBA. And we're gonna get down to the bottom of what is the actual point guard's role, responsibility, how tough is it to play point guard in the WNBA. We're gonna get into the height disparities, and we're gonna get into, has the traditional point guard position become obsolete, or is it still standing strong? And we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. Let's go. Let me get to some of these. Hey, y'all coming up in here fast. What's going on, Nate? Nate was my first chat of the day. What's going on, Nate? What's going on, Alicia? What's going on? Hey, Alicia, I seen those things you sent me on Instagram for Camilla. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I might see if I can find those videos from Camilla from like the whole China League and see if I could do a breakdown on how she's played in China. I'm gonna see if I can get enough clips together. So thank you, appreciate you for that. What's going on, my dude Jay? Shout out to my dude Jay. What's going on, Reddit? Yes, hit that like, subscribe button. Hey, I'm only like 17 subscribers away from 500. So let's see if I can at least get to 490 by the end of this stream. If I can get to 490 subscribers by the end of this stream, we winning. Again, I turned off my just everybody can chat because behind the scenes, some people hit me up and was like, hey, you giving out too much good content to not have subscribers. So from moving forward, anybody who's in my chat, you got to be a subscriber, and you've had to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes. So I've turned that on in my chat. So anybody that's in my chat, you're a subscriber. So, and when I say hit the subscribe button, I'm not talking to the people in my chat. I'm talking to the people that's viewing it. So shout out to my chat members, man. Hey, if you're a subscriber in the chat, put what's good, what's up, put anything, put what's good, what is about today, Zoe? What is about today, Prince? If you're a subscriber, put it in the chat. I really want to know who all my subscribers are, because the list is kind of funky. So if you're a subscriber and you're watching, I want to see you in the chat today, man. What's going on, Saheed? What's going on? Hey, what up, Brass? Unc, that's Unc right there. That's big Unc right there. Hit that like, subscribe button. Click that bell. Click that bell. What's going on, HD? Hey, HD, I definitely need you to come up today, man. I definitely need you to come up today, man. I definitely need you to come up today, man. Definitely. Yeah, Brass, let's get it. Let's get it. So he said in the W, we still got real point guards, NBA 9 positionalists. We're going to get into it. And are you sure? Are you sure? But we going to get into it. Alicia say, I wish they stream more Kennedy games. Yeah, we can look into that, though. Yeah, Brass. Share. Hey, share this stream while it's live on your social medias, your Twitters, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, your TikToks, whatever. We on the road to 500, baby. We only 17 away. Let's see if I can get to 490 by the end of this stream. I had a good Saturday. That's the goal. But again, this is going to be a two-part series. Today, we just going to discuss, has the traditional point guard position become obsolete? But tomorrow, it might get a little heated because it's got some difference of opinions out there on what Chicago Sky really need. And we going to break it down. And we going to see what's up. We gonna break it down and we gonna see what's up. Ghost says to he that once Dirk showed everyone that a big could have handles. The old ways were out. NBA, WNBA just catching up. Hey, Ghost, me and you might be on the same page, man. Ghost, me and you might be on the same page, baby. Me and you, hey, but we about to get into it though. But again, give everybody a second to come in here. I like to start my because I got docs for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start my docs at the at the 10-minute mark. I'm gonna get everybody a chance to come on in here. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all already know I'm one of the best when it comes to not just talking about it, but putting it pen to paper. Y'all know I'm one of the best. So we're gonna give everybody a chance to get up in here, man. What's going on, Ghost, man? What's going on, Ghost, man? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, again, if you want to be in my chat, you got to be a subscriber. If you want to be in my chat, you got to be a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, you can't be in my chat. I turned off. Anybody could just be in my chat. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. HD, what time you getting off, man? What time you getting off, baby? Again, everybody got their definitions of what an actual point guard is in the WNBA, right? Sometimes it could be what kind of point guard position does that team need? Do they need a facilitating point guard? Do they need a scoring point guard? Do they need a defensive point guard? Do they need just a general point guard with handles to get who's ever actually running the sets into the sets? Again, there's so many variations of what a point guard is. And again, we say we need a point guard, like whatever team you are. Hey, today's stream just isn't pointing to Chicago Sky point guard. Tomorrow's stream, part 2 of this, is for Chicago Sky point guard. This is for anybody who's watching, who's a fan of any team. What kind of point guard does your team need? And what kind of point guard did your team already get that makes your team so successful? Again, you have so many different variations. Again, me, I was a pick and roll point guard because I had the jump shot. So I love running pick and roll, and I was a defensive pest point guard. Like I'm I'm going 94 feet. I'm going 94 feet. Again, I wasn't the best passer because I was a scoring guard, but I love pick and roll with the big man because I could kind of facilitate a little bit. I could kick it to the corner when I drive. So like that's how I really like to play point guard. I don't really like to run the traditional kind of like Chris Paul kind of point guard. I was more of a Stephon Marbury kind of point guard. Because that's what I kind of watched growing up. I mimicked my game after Stephon Marbury. Like he was one of my favorite players. I got my handles from Hot Sauce. I used to get home from school, put the TV on the steps, and just dribble for like 4 hours watching the And1 tapes with Hot Sauce. Hey, so if you ever seen Hot Sauce dribble, I literally dribble just like that. literally, hey, ball on the string, literally. Hey, Gladiator, we about to argue. Hey, Gladiator, I want you to come up here with your difference of opinion. Hey, don't. Hey, Gladiator, even live stream. Look, I love anybody who's ever been on my panel knows I love having a difference of opinion because now we can have a conversation. See, if we just doing some barbershop talk, okay, everybody agree, fine. But I love difference of opinions on streams because it keeps the viewers interested and it keeps the conversation going fluent. That's why I tell y'all all the time, I could kill a lot of conversations, but I only be giving 80% of it because if I give the 100%, they ain't gonna have no comeback. So I'll give 80% so we can have a back and forth. That's how I do it. Again, I love the conversation, man. But shout out to Gladiator, man. Reddit said Prince, they have Camilla full videos on Twitter on the Camilla report page. Bet I'm going to check it out, Reddit. Bet. I didn't know that. All right, bet. We gonna probably still HD. You know, you can pull up when you get in the car. You can pull up when what's going on, Uncle J.E. Oh, you did. Oh, but you got the notification today, boy, Uncle J.E. Whoa, I tell you. Hey, yeah, Brass, they not putting the respect on Citron name. Hey, after yesterday's, they putting their respect on her name. He talking about they call Zoe Big Easy Stockton. Nah, hell nah, hell nah. The Cajun Marlberry or the Cajun hot sauce. That's about it. Not Stockton. Nah. Stockton couldn't score. I was a scoring guard. So he said I was just about to say Chris Paul, Magic, Jake Kidd, traditional point guards. Yes. Again, we about to get educated on the difference. Like, what's a scoring guard? What's a traditional point guard? What's a defensive oriented point guard? So we about to get into it. That way, when y'all think about y'all teams, right? And you say we need a point guard, what kind of point guard do you actually need? Because that's is a variation of it. It's a variation of it. But again, we had that 10-minute mark. Let me get through these. Then we about to get into this, man. We about to get hey, Ghost. I'm going LLC it on Monday morning. I'm at the courthouse on Monday morning before somebody steal it. I guarantee you by Wednesday stream, I'm gonna have a t-shirt with Citron Island on it. LLC. I'm going copyrighted on Monday morning before somebody try to steal it. Hey, Reddit, you're gonna have to send it to me on Instagram. I ain't gonna be able to copy that off of here. I ain't gonna be able to do all of that. Hey, Gladiator, I'm waiting for you, man. Pull up, man. Hey, Uncle J.E., man. Uncle J.E., you was running yesterday, man. Talk about you. So I done dropped 43 videos already, and you got all of them but yesterday's one. So that's what you telling me, Uncle J.E.? You got every notification but yesterday's one. Boy, you was running, and it's okay. It's okay. That's your prerogative. It's okay. You was at work. What's going on? The Florida Nation native. What's going on? The vault. Hey, Ghost. I think I still do. Yeah, they probably at my mama house though, cause like my mom got like my Letterman jacket. Like this ain't even all my stuff. Like my mom kept all of that when I left for when I graduated high school. My mom kept all of that like stuff. Like this is only some of my plaques. Like that's my MVP plaque from my senior season. The one below that from college. My football all state, all American plaque is above that one. So like that's just some of my like stuff that I kind of kept myself, but like my mom kept all of that other stuff. So yeah, your boy was all state in football. You see that up there? Yeah, your boy was all state. I was nice at DB. But what happened was my junior year, I had like 2 knee surgeries. I tore my ACL and I had to get it repaired. And then my senior year, I had to get a scope. And the doctor was telling my dad like I had to choose, and my knee, it was just probably gonna give out from the hits. So my dad was like, he called look, every college that called me for football, my dad was like, he ain't playing. Yeah, my dad, that's really how I ended up playing basketball. My dad was like, he ain't playing. He ain't playing football. He ain't trying to end up in a wheelchair. So that's how I ended up playing ball actually. Because crazy thing is I was better at football. Way better at football. Way better. Yeah, Mark Jackson, Rajon Rondo. Yeah. What up, King Pisces? Are there any good point forwards that Chicago Sky can target in free agency? Hey, we're going to get into that tomorrow, King. We're going to get into that tomorrow, King. Today, I'm here to just educate y'all on what a point guard is. Because again, tomorrow's conversation, we need to know what we're talking about for tomorrow's conversation. Because it might get a little heated tomorrow. Because I know there's some difference of opinions on what we should do with the 3rd pick, the 10th pick, free agency, what we actually need. So today, we gonna get into what a point guard actually is in the WNBA. We gonna kind of get into it, man. Yeah, man, I got a good mama. I got a good mama. Look, one day my kids gonna be able to wear my Letterman jacket, man. Hey, Uncle J.E., I'm ready for you to pull up, man. Again, Uncle J.E., yesterday's stream was for you. So whenever you want to, if you want to pull up today, we can rehash that a little bit and we can get into it. Uncle J.E., so let me know. You can pull up today, and I still got the docs from yesterday. We could get back into it. Curious to see where you put Derrick Rose on the point guard spectrum. Derrick Rose is a scoring guard. Like, he's a scoring guard. Yes, Orium. Whole island just got stolen. Lexi Hall don't play no defense anyway. Her defense is so overrated. And I hear this a lot. People be trying to compare Citron to Lexi Hall. I hear that a lot. Lexi Hall's defense is so overrated. I be like, and because this is what I'm gonna do for y'all. I got too many series going on right now, but sometime in January, I'm gonna pull up all Lexi Hall games and I'm gonna do some clips. Lexi Hall don't play no defense like y'all think she play defense. She got that Patrick Beverly syndrome. She should be running around the court doing nothing, fouling people. Hey, Lexi Hall got a lot of 36-point games on her head. Trust me. Lexi Hall got a lot of 36-point games on her dome. So he says scoring guards: Steph, Iverson, Westbrook, Kyrie, D Rose. Yeah, I would take Westbrook out of that. Westbrook is a hybrid. Westbrook is a hybrid guard to me. I would take Westbrook out of that scoring. Westbrook not really. He can put up some scoring numbers, but I don't put him in that kind of like round. If you get what I'm saying, so the most underrated point guard is Andre and Mark Price. King Pisces, I think the point guard is a player that makes everybody around him better. Hey, we about to get into it. Don't worry, King Pisces. Lexi is not the best defender, but she gives effort. Yeah, she like Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly give effort, but be out there getting cooked, fouling hard, trying to fight on the court. Man, that ain't basketball. Rose brought the ball up the court a lot. Is why I asked. Yeah, Rose he's a point guard, but again, when we think about point guards, right? We think Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul type of point guards, but there's different variations. That's why I gave your traditional point guards, or like your Sue Birds. That's your traditional your Vandersloots. That's your traditional point guards, right? Now, when you think about your scoring and your Chelsea Gray is a I forgot who made that list. Let me see. Who had said that? Saheed. You know how I told you Westbrook is not really a scoring guard. He's a hybrid. In the WNBA, Chelsea Gray is a hybrid point guard. And we're going to get into like what those actually are. Like a hybrid point guard. We're going to get into what those actually are. I'm excited, man. He up and down though. Westbrook consistent right now. Political Lil said the traditional positions are becoming extinct, which is terrible for the game, in my opinion. It is. You got to have a good GM. When you think about positionless, you got to have a good GM. When you think about there not being an actual position, your GM got to be on point. Tonight hit 30 pointers today. 33 pointers today. TN? Who is TN? I don't know who that is. Who that is, Alicia? Nash is a traditional guard. Nash is a traditional guard. Again, Nash is in that same class with like the Chris Pauls, the John Stocktons. It's just the system that he was in. That's why we about to get into it. Again, y'all just look at point guards. Sometimes it's the system. That's why I can't wait for tomorrow's episode, because it's the system. And sometimes we say, well, we need this type of point guard, but does that point guard fit that system? And in that system, what kind of point guard would they be? That's the questions we got to ask ourselves. That's the difference between a good GM and a bad GM. Yeah, white chocolate is a scoring point guard. Where would you place Kevin Johnson from the Phoenix and Tim Hardaway? Tim Hardaway is a scoring guard. Kevin Johnson is a defensive point guard. He's more of a defensive point guard. Doran Stelly is the very definition of a point guard. Yeah, WNBA style, yeah. Reddit facilitator. Who you talking about? A facilitator? What you had said? Let me see. Political, hit that like button. Prince of Basketball is laying out information on the sport, giving us historical perspective like never before. I be trying to tell him, Political. Hey, Political, one day I'm gonna get in this algorithm, man. I just got to be patient. My favorite point guard is J. Kidd. Dude passes were beautiful. Yeah, definitely. J Kidd J Kidd to me, J Kidd in my top 5. In the NBA, J Kidd in my top 5 point guards in the NBA. I'm gonna actually do a list one day. Cause when I was doing my docs today, I really wanted to do like my top point guards list of today's era versus yesterday's era, right? But I was like, I'll save that for another series when I start doing my top 5 positions in the WNBA. I want to save that for that one. But yeah, I agree with you. Eric Snow is the D guard. He's a point guard, but he's a defensive point guard. What's going on, Hog Balls, man? You've been missing in action, Hog Balls. You've been missing in action, Mr. Lafayette. Gary Payton, defensive point guard. Yes, Brass. Now you catching on, Brass. You could everybody, most of them are point guards, but the type of point guard they are is what their team wants. So now you catching on, Brass. Hey, what's the difference between a traditional one versus now? We about to get into it. We go, and again, I'm gonna break that down when I let everybody come on the panel. What's going on, B Will? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. Tisha passes were yeah. White chocolate passes. He like she had those white chocolate passes, man. White chocolate passes. Oh, you be he said I be here doing work watching on TV. Bet. Appreciate that. Bet. Yeah. So they all play the one, but the way they play the one gives the team a different play style of what the team actually needs. Orium said modern game can't survive as one-dimensional point guard. Hey, that's why we about to get into it, Orium. That's why we about to get into it. Hope I'm saying that right. King Pisces says I think Isaiah Thomas was the best point guard at his position playing with those Pistons teams back in the 90s. Yeah, but Isaiah Thomas was a scoring point guard. He was a scoring point guard. His defense, the crazy thing is that Piston teams play lockdown defense, but Isaiah Thomas' defense was questionable on that team. He had a lot of front court help because Joe Dumars guarded the best players on the other team. A lot of people don't know that, but Joe Dumars was a lockdown defender. I know people label him with the shooting guard, could score, microwave, quick, give you 15 points in 2 minutes. But Joe Dumars, he guarding your team's best player, and they ain't getting their average. Joe Dumars' defense is slept on. Brad said Penny Taylor, Penny Tyler, traditional point guard. Brad, you don't think Penny was a defensive point guard? Yeah, so Zeke was cold. He don't get enough credit because of the Michael Jordan stuff. So he always gets put in like to the side. But Zeke is underrated, like very underrated. To say he still gets his accolades, he's underrated. That's how good I think he is to me. Like, because I studied all point guards. Like, I just think he's very underrated. He don't get the accolades. He don't get Nick Van Exo scoring guard. He's a scoring guard. Yeah, I be trying to tell him that's a he. Joe Dumars was one of them dudes, man. He don't like look at look. Tell me if I'm lying. When people talk about like NBA defensive guards, Joe Dumars never comes up. Never, and that's wild. Joe Dumars' name never comes up when you see ESPN or you see podcasts talking about like defensive guards in the NBA back in the day. Like they never bring up Joe Dumars. They'll bring up like the Kevin Johnsons, the Mark Jacks, like they'll bring up them. Even they'll bring up John Stockton before Joe Dumars, which is very weird. When they talk about defense, that's very weird. What's going on, Tim? He said Penny is one of my favorite point guards all time. Levy would have been bad knees. We would have went down as one of the greatest. Yeah, Penny Hardaway. Yeah, he would have went. He would have been top 10 definitely. Even with Penny Hardaway's injuries, Penny Hardaway to me is still a top 15 point guard all time. Even with his, I got Tim Hardaway in my top 15. I don't care what nobody say, because I don't rate my players according to like what all they done. I just rate them to how I looked at him as a player. That's why I don't get into like the GOAT debates. Zeke was the man. People forget early Zeke. Yeah, they forget early Zeke. They forget early Zeke out of Indiana. They forget early Zeke. Rod Strickland underrated as traditional point guard. Yeah, but Rod Strickland, he didn't have a lot of help. So I never really knew what his passing would look like. He didn't really have a lot of help. You don't mess with Scott Skiles point guard comparison because he was nice and he was all right. Yeah, Stockton, your traditional point guard, undersized. I think Stockton was only like 6'1", if that. How tall was Stockton? Like 6 feet? I don't even. Stockton was not that tall. They lied on his scouting report because when he was standing next to point guards, he looked like he was still in high school. Stockton was not the height they said he was. But again, we got 50 people in here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to comment. You got to hit the subscribe button if you want to comment. Look, I'm tired of giving away great informational stuff and y'all just watch the stream but go subscribe to other people's streams. Like, that's just where I'm standing at moving forward. If you want to be in my comment section, you got to be a subscriber. I'm sorry. You got to be a subscriber. You got to be a subscriber. But we about to get into it though. Appreciate the chat. Appreciate all of y'all pulling up. Again, hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber and you want to comment. Again, we got 50 people in here, 24 likes. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. But let's get to it. Let's get to it. What is the role of a point guard? Known as the team's floor general, the point guard is instrumental in controlling the ball, initiating the offense, setting up plays at very basic levels. Again, let me reiterate that. Basic levels. Brad, Stockton was not 6'1". I've stood next to Stockton. Stockton not 6'1". I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've literally, yeah, he's not 6'1". That's why I said he was lying on his thing. I've actually seen Stockton in person. He was at a AAU ABC camp one time. I met him in Arizona. Yeah, he's not 6'1". Stockton not 6'1". But again, the point guard is responsible for moving the ball up the court and keeping it in its team's possession. That means Lindsey Allen, Dana Evans. That means not turning the ball over. Man, what should point guards be good at? An excellent point guard should be able to handle the ball well, be a scoring threat, coordinate the offense, make assists, lock down the opposing team's point guard as well, have a great decision-making skill set. Every point guard has different play styles. That's what we was talking about earlier. You can be a distributor, but your play style might be a defensive guard. And again, maybe you're not the one who initiates the offense every time. Maybe you got a wing. Like if you're playing with, for instance, if you're playing with Adrian Wilson, you might need a facilitating point guard. If you're playing with Stewie, you might need a scoring point guard because they might fit better, which is like Sabrina. That's why we're gonna get into this. That's why I'm excited. We're gonna really get it. We're gonna really get into this, man. I'm excited about this topic because I don't think it's really been fleshed out a lot. Like we get into the scoring aspects a lot. We get into rebounding. We get into, team leaders. We don't really get into positions a lot. So this is actually going to be a series. It's going to have 2 parts to the point guard position, but the other one is just going to be 1 episode each. This is going to be called the WNBA Position Development Series. And we're gonna make this a series, man. Again, this is a 2-part. Today is part 1. I know they don't have part 1 on there, but today is part 1. Tomorrow will be part 2. Hey, I love y'all bringing those NBA point guards though, because I watched them growing up. So y'all bringing back that nostalgia to me, man. Look, I got a lot of NBA fans in this chat. I might start doing some NBA content. I do live streams for the Lakers, but I haven't been doing NBA content because I didn't know y'all wanted to hear that. Because I know I got it's infiltrated with NBA content creators, but I can slide one in once a week, do some NBA content. I can do some. I like doing old school NBA content though, so y'all gotta let me know if that's what y'all want to do. I don't really like doing the new era because I don't like their play styles. I like Saheed. I like the old NBA. I probably want to break down some games one day of the NBA. I didn't know y'all was on that type of time. So we gonna look, we gonna get to it. I didn't know y'all was on that type of time. I love the old NBA. I got a thing for the 90s. I got a thing for the 90s. I love the old NBA. Like when I was growing up through AAU ranks and everything like that, when I was working on my game, I watched a lot of 90s basketball. That's why Stephon Marbury was one of my faves. 90s, early 2000s, anything past like 05, I ain't really fond of it. I'm 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, Edward, we almost on the same page, Edward T. I'm more 90 to 2005. 2008, they can have all of that. I'm more 90s, 2005, because that's when I was growing up. Like I was in high school and the 2000, I was in college in 08. So I had already kind of refined my actual game already. My game was what it was already. But I'm talking about my childhood was the 90s, early 2000s when I was, in my younger years developing my game, trying to figure out how I can be my best self. Uncle Jay, he said Kobe won in 2010. Yeah, he did. But the crazy thing is, that wasn't even my favorite Kobe. My favorite Kobe was the Shaq Kobe. That was my favorite Kobe. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was my favorite Kobe. Even though he went on his own, he went back to back on his own. Well, was it back to back? I don't think it was back to back. But that was my favorite Kobe was the 2000 Kobe. The Afro Kobe, basically. What do they call it? The Afro Kobe. That was my favorite Kobe. The number 8. The number 8 Kobe was my favorite. For those who don't know the years, the number 8 Kobe was my favorite. Nah, Uncle J.E. 24 wasn't the best Kobe, man. I'm telling you. If you're talking about being a leader, yeah, 24 was the best. But I think Kobe's best, the more polished, was 24. Because that's when he really started to look like MJ. But I like the athletic younger Kobe. I like the athletic younger Kobe. Okay, yeah, it was back to back. Yeah. But again, let's get into this, man. Again, before we get to the next slide, traditional point guards, someone to just set up the offense, not turn the ball over, guard on the perimeter. It's simple. It's easy. Don't turn the ball over. Guard on the perimeter and set up the offense. Again, I used to tell young point guards this when I first started coaching. Matter of fact, when people hear set up the offense, probably some of y'all in the chat, even when y'all hear set up the offense, y'all probably think run the play through me. That's not what set up the offense means. Set up the offense means I get it cross half court and get it into the hands of the person who's running first ball action. Ball action is I have the ball. Off ball action is I'm running maybe a pin down screen. I'm running to the nail. I got box corner flash up. I got flare screen. I got out cut. I got V cut. Like, hey, I'm giving y'all terminology that y'all probably don't even know about, but still, when I'm running off ball action, that's things that I'm doing. When I got ball action, that means I'm the one on the ball, whether I'm in the pick and roll or I'm the one facilitating with the ball in my hands. Again, you have a lot of great point guards who don't play ball action offense. They're more of off ball action offense. Again, they're the ones doing the V cuts. They're the ones doing the pin downs, the pop out, the flare screens, the nails. They're the ones doing those, the curls, the elbow. Like they're the ones doing that. They're the ones doing the high wing. They're the ones doing that. So again, there's different type of point guards, and I think we just get caught up in the wording and not realizing like point guards have so many different play styles. So that's why I'm excited to get into that. But again, that's why I really wanted to get into like the roles of the point guard. So when I do let y'all up on the panel, let's keep the main thing and really understand what a point guard is. And when we talk about what teams need, look at the actual team. Again, play at a very basic level. That's what a point guard is. You don't need a high level point guard. every championship team, if you think Derek Fisher was a high-level point guard, you fooling yourself. I'm about to give y'all who don't even know this about old school. Magic Johnson wasn't even actually the point guard. I'm not even gonna tell y'all who the point guard really was. Magic Johnson, I'm gonna let my old school people in the chat tell y'all. Magic Johnson, I'm gonna say this again. Magic Johnson was not the Lakers' actual point guard. So when we think about point guards, stop looking at the position and making the end all be all the wording. Magic Johnson was not the Lakers' actual point guard. Thank you, Superfly. Thank you, Superfly, Jay. Appreciate it. A lot of people don't even know that. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that, Superfly, Jay. You got a lot of people that don't actually know that. That really don't know that. Again, because they get caught up in the wording. They get caught up in the wording of a point guard, and they just think, oh, if they're facilitating and they're doing this, they're the actual point guard. That's not how it works. Your point guard is part of the cog of the system. So the Lakers didn't need, again, and this is what I'm talking about. What I don't want to really get into Chicago Sky, but I was on KSAP channel yesterday. And I was trying to explain to them, and everybody was looking at me all weird. I was like, we got to figure out what type of offense Tyler Marsh is going to be running before we get all gung-ho about Olivia Miles, because I think we living on past trauma. We got PTSD when it comes to Chicago Sky and their guards. We don't even know what type of offense he's going to be running. We don't know who he wants to start the actions. Again, off-ball action, on-ball action. There's two different things. I'm gonna give you an example. You don't want Allen Iverson running on-ball action, because technically Allen Iverson was the 76ers point guard and Eric Snow was the 2. But Allen Iverson's play style had him leaning towards playing the 2 and Eric Snow bringing the ball up the court, because Allen Iverson wouldn't have been at his best if he was the one initiating the ball action. Allen Iverson will come off the curl. Look, it's a literal play called nosedive. Allen Iverson would start on the left block. He would curl around to the free throw line and catch the ball. He did it like 20 times a game and nobody could stop it. Allen Iverson didn't bring the ball up the court. Again, Eric Snow brought the ball up the court, so a lot of people just gave him the point guard role and said Allen Iverson is the 2, but Allen Iverson was actually the point guard. Eric Snow played the 2 and guarded the other team's best defender. Look at her. Hey, political up in here glazing, y'all. Let me see if I get Norm Nixon on the line, man. Let me see if I get Norm Nixon on the line, man. Let me see if I get Norm Nixon on the line. Yeah, he did. Craig, he did, Craig. Got him clean up out of there. Yep, that's why the Sixers were stuck. Correct. Hey, Craig, I'm just giving him a history lesson, Craig. I'm just giving him a history lesson. Yeah, I know, Uncle J.E. We gotta see again. I went pull up all his like stuff. I don't really know what kind of system he gonna be running. I don't know what kind of system he gonna be running. And when we think about the impact of a point guard, right? Let's move on to the next slide. Why is the point guard position the hardest position on the floor? It's extremely physically demanding position to play. Often the fastest and quicker player on the team, point guards have to know how to use these abilities to their advantage. They need to have quick hands and quick feet to handle the ball pressure throughout a game. As a wing, I could get the ball at the high key. I don't got to bring it up court and be guarded at 94 feet. I can get the ball wherever. I get the ball in the low block. If I'm a shooting guard, I get the ball on the high wing. I get the ball in pick and roll. I get the ball in off ball action where no one's actually all eyes on me. Point guards have all eyes on them. That's why your point guard has to have a great IQ. I don't care what your play style is as a point guard. If you don't have good IQ, you will be unsuccessful. I don't care how fast you are, how good you are at shooting, how quick you are, how good you are at defense, how tall you are, like how long your arms are. As a point guard, if your IQ isn't there, you won't be successful. Again, the offense starts with your IQ. It might run through a certain player, but the offense starts with a point guard's IQ. Because if he can't get the ball across half court, or she can't get the ball across half court and get it into the right hands to start the action, to start the sets, and keep turning the ball over, look, it hurts the team. The average WNBA point guard height, we had this conversation the other day. I don't know why y'all again, I hear a lot of y'all opinions about basketball in general. I hear y'all opinion about basketball in general, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't care who feel any type of way about it. The Chicago Sky 2024 season has handicapped y'all understanding of basketball, because all of y'all takes be off of what the Chicago Sky looked like in 2024 when I'm having conversation with y'all, and that's why I be like this, and that's why I be like, "Are you kidding me?" And that's why I be saying, what are we doing? Because all y'all people be, even in the chat, when I go to other like channels, like everybody's takes are based off of the Chicago Sky and not actual basketball. Basketball takes should not be based on the Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky just has small point guards. Don't mean you can't go get a point guard who's not 6 feet. Like, that's not a bad thing. Chicago Sky just had too many of the same thing. Your starting point guard and your point guard off the bench were the same height. You didn't give a different variation. Again, let's make our basketball takes a little more soundproof. Basketball takes should be equivalent to the entire league. If we're just having a Chicago Sky discussion, yeah. But some people give takes and it's like just based off of the Chicago Sky. And I'm like, you're looking at this all wrong, because when you start basing it off just the Chicago Sky and you think about next year's team, that's not the same team. And you trying to fit something into something or make something possible when it doesn't even have to be that anymore, because that's not the same team. Chicago Sky 2025 team will not be the same team as the 2024 team. Yeah, I know that, Tim. I know that, Tim. That's why I be trying to like just give them an education. And again, when I'm breaking it down, I don't expect the takes to be the same, because sometimes people in the chat will say something and I'd be like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. Or sometimes people come on the panel and I'd be like, oh, okay, I see where you're going with that. I think that's why a lot of people mess with me, because even though I played the game at a high level, I don't approach people that way. Because I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of YouTubers out here. I feel I'm a very humble guy. I don't even really talk about what I did a lot. I just talk about my experience. When people come on my panel, I don't be like, you can't talk because you garbage if they got a better take than mine. Like, I'm very open-minded because I'm a student of the game. But I'm gonna say this: it got YouTubers out there, and I listen to their panels, and they'll bring people on their panel, and if they got a difference of opinion, the first thing they go to is, you ain't play basketball at a higher level than me. You ain't no athlete. And kick them off panels. Like, that'd be so weird to me, because I thought basketball was supposed to bring difference of opinions together. So that's very weird to me when they got a lot of content creators. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, we don't like to give out our real names, because again, I don't really give out my real name, not because of me. I don't give out my real name because of my wife. She's in the financial industry, so I don't want, and she deals with like, athletes and stuff like that. She's in the financial industry, so she deals with like contracts and stuff. So I never want to give out my real name because I don't want it to tie back to her when I do streams and stuff like that. So that's if you any of y'all wondering why I don't give out my real name, that's why. Not because of me, because I don't care. It's because of my wife, because the field she was in. If my wife was in a regular field, I would literally give out my name. But again, when I be on YouTube and listening to them, like I be like, I'll hit one of my buddies up and be like, hey, who that really is? And they'll be like, and they'll hit me back like a week or two later and tell me their stats. And they got a lot of YouTubers out here. They wasn't on nobody ESPN page in high school. They got a lot of YouTubers out here who play ball but wasn't that good. They got a lot of them. And they be gassing y'all up, kicking y'all off their panels, telling y'all ain't play basketball. They wasn't good. Trust me. They wasn't good. They got a lot of, that's why I can't wait till I get in the algorithm. I can't. That's one of the things I can't wait for. And I'm sorry to dredge on about this, but that's one of the things. That's one of the things I swear, I can't wait to really get in the algorithm because they got a lot of them I'm gonna expose. They wasn't like that. They wasn't at no ABCD camps. They wasn't no Nike Elite. They wasn't on no select teams. It got a lot of them be talking spicy. And y'all, and again, nothing to take away from people that go to they but they're like casual, so they don't really be in basketball circles like that. But like in basketball circles, a lot of them, and some of them got thousands of subscribers. They weren't like that. They weren't like that to us. Some of them went to D2 schools and D3 schools and JUCOs. Get out of here. Get out of here. I can't wait. I can't wait till I get in the algorithm. I can't wait. I got a lot of them channels gonna look suspect after watch. And you know when I say that, I mean it. Y'all know when I say after that, you'll see. Wait. I can't wait. I swear I can't wait. And some of them my age, and I didn't see them at no camps. I didn't see them at no NBA players whole camps where it was only like special invites. Like I didn't see them at none of that. And some of them my age. And I don't remember none of them. And they be talking spicy. Yeah, Uncle J.E. Yeah, facts. Never do that. Yeah, Edward T. Again, if you're a student of the game, you ain't gonna never stop wanting to learn the game. Like if you're a student of the game, no matter what level you play at, like to me, I don't care if you played I don't care if you played just like rec ball. If you're a student of the game, I'm gonna respect you in your opinion. Because to me, your level of play doesn't mean because I'm gonna tell you this. I had players on my teams, and I hope none of them watching. I'm about to give y'all some insight. So listen, hey, and I'm gonna never say this again because I don't I don't want to do that to my teammates. But listen, I don't want to do that to my teammates. But listen, and this is the last time I'm gonna say this. So really listen. There was teammates on my teams who were highly sought after high school athletes, college athletes, and couldn't run a play. If you was from the stands watching us and they scored, you would think that was the play. They were just good enough where when the play breaks down and they run the wrong screen or pop out at the wrong time or forget to set the backdoor screen, they was good enough to get the ball in ISO and score. But there's a lot of great players who can't read a play, don't know how to set up an offense, don't know how to run a system, don't know how to really set a down screen, don't know what the nail, like there's a lot of good players. So that's why I look at it twofold. If you played rec ball and you just love the game of basketball, you're going to always get welcomed over here because I'm a student of the game, not a student of basketball. I'm a student of the game, not a student of just playing it. Yes, Craig. Talent and IQ is two totally different things. I had players that would have to stay out the practice just to learn a simple pin down screenplay. Like simple. You just do this, and go there. And they would have to stay out the practice just to learn the play. And next game, still mess it up. Next game, still mess the play up. Hey, but I swear I can't wait to get in this algorithm. I swear. Because some of them, y'all, they wouldn't like that. I can't wait. I can't wait. And a lot of them, not on the WNBA side, a lot of them is doing like NBA content. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I swear I can't wait. I can't wait. Hit that like button though, man. Sorry for the tirade. I just hate when people critique people because they didn't play at their level. That's weird to me. Student of the game is student of the game. Like, end of the day, student of the game is a student of the game. That's weird to me when people do that. That's very weird. That's very weird because they ain't living like that. That's very weird. Hit that like button though, man. Hit that like button though. Hey, my goal is to get to 490 by the end of this stream. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to get once I get to 500. Look, I'm 5 subscribers away. I'm at 485. I'm 5 subscribers away from my goal for this stream, was 490. Hey, I only got 33 likes though, man. Hit the like button. I ain't moving to the next slide till y'all hit the like button. I got to get the I'll move to the next slide when I get to 40 likes. What is this? You got 50 people in here. Hit the like button. You got 50 people in here. I ain't moving to the next slide till y'all hit the like button. You got 50 people in here. Hit the like button, man. What are we doing? Come on. See, that's why I turned off the only my subscribers. That's why I turned off only my subscribers can be in the chat. That's why I turned that on. Because y'all getting too much free content over here. Too much free content over here. Craig said, but a coach will charge an entire offense. You mean change? Yeah, they will change the entire offense to fit the most talented player. Yeah. Yeah, there's some coaches out here who are very smart, but it doesn't show because of the type of players they have on their team. There's a coaches out here. I had one that are X's and O's and Einstein intelligent, but the type of players you have on your team, if all 5 players don't have a good IQ and understanding of the court and the angles and when to do certain things, it limits the coach's ability to actually use their full potential. Again, it's just like on the court. If you don't have a player who can get you the ball in the right spots, it limits your ability to score. Same thing with a coach. If you don't have the high IQ players on your team and you're high IQ, you're big on X's and O's, you can't really show your full potential as a coach. And that's why you'll see some coaches in professional leagues, they'll be on one team and the fans are like, get them out of here. They can't coach. And then they go to the next team. Hey, All City. I'm that's what I'm saying. All City. I didn't look. I'm confused. I'm confused that content creators gotta say hit the like button again. I think that was my first time saying it because my chat be helping me say it by they be because then my chat know how I am. I'm gonna get into my soliloquy and 30 minutes in, I'm gonna forget to say hit the like button. So my chat really be so shout out to Alicia, B Will, Brass, all of them. They really be helping me because I'll be forgetting to even say it. Because when I start talking basketball, I go down another rabbit hole. So like they be helping me out. But like, yeah, I mean, like I'm confused that content creators gotta say hit the like button 1,000 times just to get half the viewers likes. Like just hit the like button. I'm confused. What's going on, Rasheen? Rasheen Beats in the house. Rasheen Beats in the house. Yeah, me too. I critique coaches. I don't criticize them. Even with Teaspoon, I never like criticize her coaching style. I just critique things that she should do and why she isn't doing them. I don't criticize coaches. I don't call coaches like trash. Because again, it's bigger than that. Brad said Tennessee Lady Vols coach is a 36-year-old phenom. Hey, I like her, Brass. Brass. I like her actually more than Ivy. Coach Ivy for Notre Dame. I like Tennessee coach more. Her X's and O's. She got this half court trap that she runs that I haven't seen since like high school. And her team runs it. Like, shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. Because, you know, they in the SEC. I watch them, you know, I watch all the SEC teams because I'm an LSU fan. So I watch the SEC teams just to see who LSU got, you know, they're going to challenge them this year. So I peeped her out. Shout out to her, though. Let me see where we at. Again, I'm not getting to the next slide till I get to 40 likes. Look, I'm at 45 and I got one more subscriber. Why I got to do that? Just for y'all to do something simple. Hey, I'm about to start doing that, All City. He said, do like Kevin Samuels and play music till they get the likes up. I'm about to start doing that, All City. But look, All City, soon as I said that, I wasn't going to go to the next slide till I get to 40. I got 45 likes and I got another subscriber. I don't understand. I don't understand why you got to do that. Why you got to sit on here and like beg to just click something. And again, some people be watching on their phones, they driving. I'm not talking about them, but I'm talking about the ones who just sitting at home chilling and just watching it, phone in their hand. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Let's get to the next slide, though, because I did promise you I was going to get to the next slide. Again, how important is the point guard position? How vital is it? Don't y'all know in WNBA history, in the history of the WNBA, only 2 point guards have ever won WNBA Finals MVP. Did y'all know that? Only 2 have ever won WNBA Finals MVP. And again, the title of this stream is How Important is the Point Guard Position to Championship Winning Teams? That's truly what this stream is really about. How important is having an elite traditional point guard important to winning a championship, not being a good team? Again, we don't just play to play. We play to win championships. How important is the position? How important is the position? How important? Again, only 2 point guards have ever won Finals MVP in the WNBA in its existence. They haven't been around a long time, but in its existence, only 2. So when we think about making the right decision at point guard, how important is it? How important is it? Play style, like we talked about. Play style. Should you want a defensive point guard, scoring point guard, a facilitator, an off-ball shooting point guard? Like, how important is the point guard position in the play style? I mean, at some point, we got to bring it back to reality, man. At some point, we got to bring it back to reality. Political said, I'll tell you what, Tennessee coach knows what she's doing. She definitely got a system built around her talent. They hit 33 3-pointers today. Hey, yeah, they got this half court. I'm telling you, they got this. It's called like a 3/4 court press. It's like a diamond press. Those who play basketball know what I'm talking about. It's called a diamond press, but they run like this. It's like unorthodox diamond press. It's very, very weird because it helps them speed the game up. Hey, All City. Hey, she can't. Hey, I'm a Neil Ivy fan. Coach Ivy can't do no wrong in my eyes. I'm just saying, the Tennessee coach special. Tennessee coach special. Yeah, Uncle J.E., Cynthia Cooper. What are we doing? 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 But again, how important is it? I'm dropping the link. I want to get y'all takes on this, man. I'm dropping the link. I want to get y'all takes on this, man. Again, make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. The link in the chat if you want to pull up. The link is in the chat. Again, how important is the position? And what kind of point guard and play style benefits your team? Think about that when you start thinking about these draft picks, when you start thinking about free agency and what your team need. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Again, Cynthia Cooper was not a shooting guard. Cynthia Cooper was not a shooting guard. Cynthia Cooper was not a shooting guard. And yeah, All City, she was listed as the point guard. If you look at the lower picture, Kim jersey is in her hand. If you look at the lower picture, Kim jersey is in her hand. Nah, Jonathan, you're going too far now. Jonathan, you're going too far now. Cynthia Cooper was not no wing.
Somebody.
You're going. I gotta Gladiator. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they. Again, Cynthia Cooper gets that Allen Iverson treatment when it comes to her position. Cynthia Cooper was the point guard. Go. You don't even gotta watch the games. Go Google it.
Somebody didn't grow up watching the Houston Comets.
Yeah, so she gets that Allen Iverson treatment. A lot of people just consider Allen Iverson a scoring guard because he scores. They don't even consider him the point guard. But technically, Eric Snow was the shooting guard of that team. Iverson was the point guard. But it was just how Larry Brown ran the offense. It looked like Eric Snow was the point guard because Allen Iverson wouldn't have benefited the 76ers bringing the ball up every time. So when Cynthia Cooper was winning this thing literally says point guards that won final MVPs. When Cynthia Cooper in 97, 98, 99, and 2000, Cynthia Cooper was the point guard of them 4 years. I'm confused. I am confused. What's going on, Uncle J.E.? You were running yesterday, yeah?
Peace. Hey, nieces and nephews.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Listen, I told you I ain't get a notification. I ain't never met nobody I'm scared of. You understand? Yo, Cynthia Cooper, she played with Cheryl Swoops, the MJ of the WNBA. So that's why she's
Facts.
So,
hello?
So, hold on.
Hold on, Jonathan. You can't just come up here running, man. What you got, Uncle J?
Yeah, I was saying she was the point guard of that team. Cheryl Swoops was the shooting guard.
I don't know what I don't know. Like Kim jersey is literally in her hand. Like Kim wasn't even on the team. I'm confused, man.
You need to make that into a T-shirt, bro.
I'm confused. Man,
That'd be part of your merch. Put your face on there, scratching the top of your head. I'm confused, and put that on the T-shirt.
Plus, you do shirts, right? You got a company, right?
Yeah.
What's your company name?
I'll tell you offline.
I think I did business with you. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. I'll tell you. I'll just let you. I got 42 stores all over the U.S.
I see you got one of my favorite on that screen there, Zo.
Poindexter.
Oh yeah, I love Cap. Her and Dawn Staley, my two favorite female point guards. My boys is Magic and Jason Kidd. Yeah, you sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher when you said that Magic wasn't the point guard. So I just said all I heard was wah 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 wah. That's all I heard. I didn't hear nothing else. And I'm very well familiar with Michael Cooper, but all I heard was wah 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 when you said that. When you said that propaganda.
But we can't leave out the one of the greatest point guards who never won one, Teaspoon. Teaspoon was phenomenal. Man, she was a killer out there as far as
Yeah,
being a
I
Right.
point.
love T. She's one of the pioneers of the league.
Right.
Yeah. And look, I'm gonna pull this up because see, I hate having to prove people wrong. Like it's weird that I gotta just do stuff like this. Show me who the point guard was on this team. I'm looking at the assists. Show me who the point guard was on this team. I am confused at what y'all think a point guard is.
Bro, I can't even see that. I don't even know what I'm looking at. What is that?
What?
Can you see that?
I am confused. Let me blow it up a little bit. You can see it now, Uncle J.
Oh yeah, I see it now. I see it now.
This is the Houston Comets leaders in points, rebounds, and assists during the championship runs. And they told me Cynthia Cooper wasn't the point guard.
They never watched the Houston Comets,
That's what
bro.
they told me. That's what they told me.
They telling you from propaganda or forgive a better word for it, but ignorance. They don't know what they're talking about.
Again, she gets that Allen Iverson treatment.
I watched those teams. She's a point guard.
She gets that Allen Iverson treatment.
Point guard.
But
That's
what you
all I
got,
know.
Jonathan? Let me let Jonathan go. What you got, Jonathan? I'm gonna lead this up here for you.
I always like whenever I was watching the comments, I always saw Kim Parat and Jennifer Arcane listed as a point guard. So that's what kind of got me out of trick. And Cooper scored like she was a shooting guard. So maybe she was like the 1 and 2 guards.
Yeah, she was a combo guard. She was the point guard of that team. She was a combo guard because the other two you listed, did they start?
I always thought you know what? Now that I think, but I don't think Arcane started, but for sure I thought Kim Parat was a starter.
Janet Arcane started. No, she came off the bench because she was 6th Woman of the Year one year, I believe. Janet Arcane, yeah. I know Kim Parat. Didn't Kim Parat start?
Yeah, she had to start like before she passed away from cancer. She was the starting point guard.
Correct, but that's what I'm saying. She wasn't even on every. Again, we talking about the championship teams. She wasn't on every championship team.
I only remember the main three. I don't remember everybody else. I remember the main three: Tina Thompson, Coop, and Cheryl Swoops. That's all I remember.
No, see the thing is about these positions, they don't call them by their whole name. They just call them guard or forward. And they don't never call it power forward, small forward, shooting guard, point guard like they used to. So it kind of like not blow it off.
Yeah, I get it, but if you literally if you go to Basketball Reference or go to Wikipedia, if you look in their description, it literally tells you their positions. It will tell you like point guard for Houston Comets or center for, like, if you go to Angel Reese ones, it'll say power forward for the Chicago Sky. Like, if you just go to Wikipedia, it'll literally tell you.
I've been to the Wikipedia. I had to go to darn it every one's Wikipedia to get the whole position. Sometimes they still don't put the whole position. Sometimes they'll still put guard and all that. they listed Courtney Williams as shooting guard, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought, don't she play point guard for the Lynx? But at the same time, she can also play the two guard as well.
Well, she hasn't always been their point guard. They moved her there out of necessity. They moved her there. They moved her there out of necessity because I think of injuries or something like that.
But Press, you know what I was thinking about, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know any combo guards that have ever won a chip though. I can't remember any.
Combo
it's like
guard?
all the.
I mean,
like,
would you consider Diana Taurasi a combo guard?
She's a shooting guard that can play point. To me.
So she wouldn't be a combo guard?
Not really, because in college she didn't. She did play point in college. She did. Maybe, but she's more of a scoring first kind of attitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There ain't many. She kind of had that. Diana Taurasi kind of had that LeBron James effect. Like he would kind of facilitate when necessary, but score. Like she kind of got that effect.
But mostly all the traditional guards won chips. I mean, in my opinion, maybe somebody could correct me, but I don't really remember any combo guards really winning chips. And maybe somebody could correct me on that.
What you consider, like, let's clear that up though before I think about it, because I want to make sure I'm thinking the right players. What do you consider a combo guard?
A combo guard, to me, a point guard is one that's thinking score first. He's not really trying to set up the offense and run things. He's trying to get his, like Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas was like a combo shooting guard. He's thinking about scoring first. He's not thinking about setting up the team and getting others involved, making sure they get theirs too. You understand what I mean? Whereas like Stockton or Jackson, they're not really concerned. Like they might end the game with 5 points, but they might have 20 assists. You know what I mean? And they're more concerned about setting everybody else up.
So like basically you're saying a combo guard is a scoring guard.
Yeah, but they're mostly concerned about scoring.
That sounds like a two guard to me.
No, it's a point.
I'm trying to narrow it down. I'm trying to think of the players.
It's a point guard, like let's say Kevin Johnson. He was like that combo guard. He was small, but he could. It's like he had that two guard mentality, but he was the point. You know what I mean? Marbury. Who else?
Kenny Anderson.
Kenny Anderson was more traditional too, though.
Are you kidding me? That dude was a shooter. That dude shot the hell out of the
Kenny passing ability was crazy.
But he was a scoring point guard. Yeah, he was a scoring point guard.
We differ in that opinion.
Look up his stats. Look up his stats.
Like D Brown was like that combo. Steve Francis. Who else? I can't think of offhand, but it's a lot of those combos. But that traditional, like Mark Jackson, Stockton, Jason Kidd was.
I always thought Kenny Anderson was a two.
I thought Kenny Anderson. He's from New York too. Kenny Anderson was the point.
He was a point. He was definitely a point in college.
On that New York team?
He played for didn't he play for the Clippers? Who did he play for in the pro? I think he played for the Clippers, didn't he? Kenny Anderson?
I thought he came. I ain't gonna put. I wasn't gonna put.
I know he went to Georgia Tech.
Didn't he play for Boston? He didn't play for Boston, right?
Boston. I know.
Yeah, he played for Boston.
Okay, Boston Nets. Yeah, the Nets. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, that's all I can remember. I know he was with the Nets.
I could have swore he was with the Clippers.
He's from New York, so we know about Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, he went to what school? He went to that private school in Queens. Archbishop Malloy.
Like a lot of people don't know, Tracy McGrady started as a point guard.
Yeah.
He's like that Penny type. You know what I mean? That hybrid. You know what I mean? He could go down, play shooting guard, small forward, all that. They're big guards like Magic. Magic just concentrated on playing point guard though.
Yeah.
But and as far as women, I don't know. I think the combo guard is needed and the W. I don't think a traditional guard. What Chelsea Gray? She might be the traditional.
I consider Chelsea great. Like, let's go through the teams, right? Let's go through the teams. We can start with the aces. We're going alphabetical order. The aces, right? I consider Chelsea great. The point guard, I know she got that name. I consider her a hybrid. Like, does she set up their offense every time?
Who, Chelsea Gray?
Yeah.
90% of the time.
Would you consider her a traditional point guard?
I consider it traditional. I think her intention is to set up the offense.
Okay.
Well, if you go back to the definition or description of a point guard that you had on that slide, Zoe, to me, that personifies Chelsea Gray.
Okay.
What you need in the point, what they need to be. Right there. Physically demanding, and she's physical. Fast as as far as fast as the quickest, she's not that. she's quick. She's not slow, but she ain't,
And she's the smartest person on the court.
Yeah.
She has the highest IQ on the court.
I'm not saying she's not a point guard.
She's a scoring threat.
I'm just thinking of the play style. I'm talking play style.
She's traditional to me.
Okay.
Just because she could shoot or she could score doesn't necessarily mean she's not a traditional point guard. Because you go all the way back to the Boston Celtics point guard. What's that white boy's name? Played with Bill Russell and them.
John Havlicek?
No, John. That's a Buckeye, right? That's Ohio State Buck. No, not John Havlicek. He was a forward. His name is on the tip of my tongue.
Dennis Johnson was their point guard, though.
Yeah, he was in the 80s. Yep.
Came from the Bill Russell team?
Yeah. His name is on the tip of my tongue.
That wasn't Bob Cousy?
Bob Cousy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was about to say. I knew it had to be Havlicek or Bob Cousy.
No, Havlicek was a forward.
Yeah. Havlicek played that Scottie Pippen kind of role.
He was probably the NBA's original stretch four.
Yeah.
He's big here in where I live in the state because he's from Ohio and he went to Ohio State.
Bro, look at Ron Harper. Remember Ron Harper when he came in the league? They was calling him Jordan Jr. when he first came in the league until he had his injuries. But when he settled down and played that point, man, listen.
Oh, when he was with the Cavaliers?
No, with Bulls, bro. On the Bulls.
He played
and Lakers. And Lakers. Yeah.
That's who Phil Jackson brought over when he became the head coach of the Lakers. West brought him over at the behest of Phil Jackson. Another Ohio legend, by the way.
I'm just saying. I just feel like Ryan Harper's best years were with the Cavaliers.
I think it was with Chicago and Lakers.
That's when he got those talking about because he was winning championships, or I'm talking about his best self.
His best self.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, his best self was when he was with the Cavaliers because that's before he had all the knee injuries.
Let me go look at these points per game, man. Let me go look at
Ron Harper started having knee injuries, and that's the reason why the Cavs let him go.
Yeah, Ron Harper was being compared to Mitch Richmond and all them, bro. Like Ron Harper was that dude.
Crazy athleticism, but them knees started creaking on him, and then he lost his athleticism. But he ended up with the Bulls. But his best years were with the Cavaliers. I remember when he was in high school because he's from Cincinnati. And I live in Ohio.
I feel like his best years were before I'm talking about like his best scoring years, with
Cavaliers
and the Clippers.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree
Let me
with
go pull
that.
this up, man. Hold on, it's loading. Let me see. All
That's
right, let me
before
see.
his knees started. He started getting
All right,
them knee injuries.
with the Cavaliers, his rookie season, he averaged 22-5. Then he averaged 16-5. Then he averaged 19-5. Then he averaged 22-7. 23-5 his first year with the Clippers. 19-5 second year. 19-5. So he basically averaged like 21-6 with the Cavaliers, 18-5 with the Clippers, and with the Bulls, he basically averaged 8-2.
Yep. What was it when it was the Lakers?
And with the Lakers, 7-3.
Yeah.
But he only was with the Lakers for 2 years though.
Yeah. Yep. But his best years with Cleveland and the Clippers.
Yeah, that's what I'm just talking about, like his overall game. Because again, when he got to I feel like when he got to the Chicago Bulls, Pippen kind of handled a lot of the distribution, and Pippen guarded the other team's best players. I feel like his game kind of pulled back. I'm talking when he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers, he guarded MJs, the MJs, the Paytons, like he guarded them and he facilitated. So I just feel like with the Bulls, his game kind of like fell off.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't really give him a lot of credit for what he did with the Bulls, because when you hear the Bulls conversations, they never bring up Ryan Harper. They act like he was some scrub.
Bro, what about Baron Davis?
Baron Davis too. Injuries, same thing with that back. He could have.
No, what I mean, do you think he was a combo or traditional?
Baron Davis, combo guard.
That's hard to say though. He was a scorer, but he ran that offense though. He set up that offense.
Well, that's what makes him a combo.
He had high assists too.
Now, see, a combo guard is a guard that can play both 1 and 2. They can score and they can run. They can facilitate and run offense. But they can also shoot and they can also score. That's what is meant by a combo guard. It's a combination of a 1 and a 2. That's why it's called combo.
Yeah, that's why I say
combination. I play point. I understand what it is.
Yeah,
I play point.
Yeah, I was just clarifying, and not for you, but for the people in the audience, just to clear up any confusion for people in the chat, in case they're not too familiar with the term.
Hey,
that's the reason
what
why
I'm
I call.
HD. You see what HD just said? Like Chelsea Gray's. Know who Chelsea Gray reminds me of? She got a lot of Luka in her. Just how she not like her scoring paralysis, but just how Dallas uses Luka. I feel the Aces uses her the same way.
Nah, Luka score first, bro. He's not thinking about setting up
again. That's why I prefaced it, Uncle J.E. I prefaced it with not his capabilities. I'm talking about the way the team uses them. If you look at that team, you would think, if you just look at that team, look at the way Dallas played, you would think Kyrie was the point guard. If you just watch how they play. But if you look at the stat sheet, you would know that Luka is the point guard. But the way that they use Luka, he brings the ball up when necessary. But Luka gets in a lot of off-ball action and ends up getting the ball on the other side of the court. Luka doesn't bring it up. Luka really only brings it up off of rebounds, or like if the game's in flux. But if you watch a lot of their plays, Luka's off the ball.
That's why they compare him a lot to a LeBron. They call European LeBron.
Yeah, like a hybrid. I consider Chelsea Gray that kind of. I'm just talking about like how, again, when we talk about play styles, it's about how the team utilizes you. That's what your play style is, not what you're capable of doing. Play styles are what do you do for this team? And I feel like she's a hybrid. She's not really your traditional point guard on the Aces.
Bro, I think her role changed. I think her role changed with the injuries, though. She's not bringing the ball. She's not bringing the ball up as much as she used to. She used to bring the ball up like 80% of the time.
That's what I'm saying. Are we talking about just this 1 year?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we talking about this year. We talking about moving forward in the WNBA.
No, I think it'll be back to. I think it'll be back to normal because she's back to herself now.
To me, she's a traditional point guard. The way she's been playing. Now the injuries and all that stuff may change things up this year, but in her history, her career, she's a traditional point guard in my opinion. Because
I agree. I agree with Bryce.
What HD just said, they do that depending on the matchups. Depending on the matchup, she has the ability to play those roles that HD just described. But her main job is to be the quarterback for that team.
Yep.
And that's what a point guard is, in my opinion. It's a quarterback. Everything you got up there, what is the role of a point guard? What should a point guard be good at? I could put that on the NFL description of a quarterback. A lot of that stuff up there.
Because Jackie Young is actually the combo guard, the point guard that slides down to 2, 3.
Yeah.
Chelsea never slides down to the 2 or the 3. You know what I mean? She always playing point. She might, on defense, she might switch up and play the shooting guard or the small forward, but she's not playing that on offense. She's playing the point guard.
Yep. Right. When they normal aces, Chelsea is the point. Kelsey is the 2.
2, yep. Jackie's the 3.
But they all listed as guards, so I mean they really play a 3-guard set.
Right.
You know, if we're gonna break it down to the traditional positions, then yeah, Jackie runs the 3. But yeah, Chelsea, when they need a bucket and Chelsea is available, she on the floor. And what's she doing? She's setting it up. Because again, like everybody said, she's the smartest player on the team.
Bro, remember that 1 second play she did when they beat the Sky? Chelsea was the one that passed that ball in.
Mm-hmm.
No one else would have been able to do that because they didn't have that IQ or nowhere to get the ball to her at.
And
that's a point guard. Right.
I don't think Zoe is arguing against that. He's just saying that he doesn't feel that she's, he feels that she's more of a combo than a traditional point guard.
Sometimes they're not like, okay, traditional. So because I want to make sure we all on the same page. Traditional is your Sue Birds. Does Chelsea Gray's game, just the way the team uses her, replicate Sue Bird? Courtney Vandersteel.
No. I think they're two different. I think they're two different styles of play. But
again, that's your tradition. I'm not talking about their skill sets. I'm talking about play styles and the way the team uses them, not their skill sets. Because you got point guards who can shoot, they just don't shoot. So it's not their talent and their skill set. Play styles. How do they play, and how does the team utilize them?
I don't remember what HD said about Chelsea Gray. I agree with him, but I didn't see her used in that role before this year or even last year. She was to me, when they won their how many championships did they win in a row? 2?
Who?
The Aces. The Aces. They won 2 in a row.
Yeah.
She was a traditional point guard on those 2 championships. I didn't see them. I don't
appreciate that, All City.
What I'm saying is that 95% of the time, she played a traditional point guard role for the Aces. Just because they utilize her every once in a blue moon or occasionally in those other positions that you described, Zoe, what she can do or what they used her for, doesn't mean that to me, in my opinion, doesn't mean that she's not a traditional point guard because what she does 95% of the time is play that traditional point. That's why they call it a point guard. She plays that traditional point guard 95% of the time. But as a basketball player, she's a basketball player, period. So she can be used in other positions and other spots by her team. Becky Hammond can use her for this, and for that outside of what her main job is. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Hey, Brent.
but I think if she'd have played those other roles, and now if it was like a 50-50 or a 60-40, playing those other roles that you talked about, Zoe, playing those other assignments or whatever they have her on offense, then yeah, in my opinion, my view, she would be a combo guard. But for me, since she plays 95% of the time a traditional role as a quarterback, getting Asia the ball, getting her teammates involved, getting Asia the ball, doing the things that she needs to do as it says, what is the role of a point guard, playing her role. I think that's what she does 95% of the time. This past year was different because she's coming off an injury. But those 2 straight championships, 95% of the time, her style was the traditional point guard, in my opinion. And she was a big time scorer because it says on there, you got to be able to be a scoring threat. And that's the reason why with Raven Johnson, I'll give you a perfect example. Raven Johnson is probably the most traditional point guard right now in basketball. But her thing is she's not a good shooter. But when it comes to playing that point guard position, doing what she's even more traditional than Chelsea.
And we know her as a traditional because what do we when you recognize Chelsea Gray, what you know her for? Her passes, not her scoring. You know what I mean? We talk about her pass. You see that pass?
You can't use that though, because when you think about LeBron James, what do you know him for?
Nah, LeBron James is a forward, bro. I don't see him as
I'm just using.
No, he's talking about the way he plays.
You know him for his athleticism, his dunks, his cuts.
Though.
I don't see that in LeBron. No, I see LeBron as a slasher, getting to the basket. He's on the break. You know what I mean? He can facilitate, but he doesn't. He's like a point forward, yeah. But you're not knowing him for his passing, like his assists.
I don't know. I just put Chelsea Gray in the hybrid category. You know.
I don't. She's traditional to me.
Let's stop the cap. Chelsea Gray, y'all don't be mad at me for saying this because it's not the same exactly. But Chelsea Gray is Magic Johnson. There's nobody else that plays point guard position in the WNBA like Chelsea Gray. Just like there's nobody else.
But is Magic Johnson
Olivia Miles coming. She's gonna be Chelsea Gray 2.0.
Again, is Magic Johnson a traditional point guard?
In my opinion, yes.
All right.
What is your definition of a traditional point guard, though?
Because I can't believe we already everybody knows
traditional point guard. Go ahead,
Magic Johnson, greatest point guard to ever live. So if he's not traditional, then okay, please explain.
I feel Magic Johnson reinvented the point guard position. Your traditional point guard is your Jason Kidds, your John Stocktons, your Mark Jacksons. That's your traditional point guard.
Friends, bro, what are all those players known for, though? All those players are known for their assists. They're top leaders in assists.
I get it. It's a weird thing, right? It's
like Peyton. Peyton would be that combo guard. He's not known for his assists. He's known for his scoring. And his defense.
Right. He's more known for his defense, J.E.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not traditional, though.
Is the glove. That's why his nickname is the glove. Yeah, he's known.
Understand what I'm saying? He's not known for his assists like those others. He's known for his scoring and his defense.
He's more known.
He's not a traditional. Yeah, he's not a traditional.
He's more known for his defense than scoring, even. When people think of Gary Payton, when people think,
he was averaging 20 points, 20-some points a game. What are you talking about?
They don't talk about his scoring. They talk about his defense. How good
I understand that. I understand that, but he's known for scoring too.
He couldn't score. I know that, but what I'm saying is, I'm telling you what the public generally thinks of when they hear his name. They don't think of scoring. They think of defense because his nickname is the glove. He's one of the best defensive guards that's ever lived. Period. He's like the Ray Lewis of point guards.
So then, hey, based on the conversation being about traditional point guards, then we can go ahead and cut the Aces out of it because they don't. If we're not calling Chelsea Gray traditional, then the Aces don't have a point guard except Sydney Colson. She's the only one that's a traditional point guard on that team.
Yeah, so we gotta get a definition of
I'm still trying to wrap my head around Zoe's view of a traditional point guard. What does Chelsea Gray do that traditional point guards don't do? Let me ask you that.
That's why I consider her again. I think we're looking at this all wrong. I need y'all to understand. When I say traditional point guard versus hybrid point guard, that isn't a bad negative thing. I'm talking about play styles.
I know.
I'm not taking that doesn't mean I'm not saying Chelsea Gray is not a point guard. I'm saying her play style is not traditional.
So let's get a running definition. Let's get a running definition of what a traditional point guard is.
This is a traditional point guard. I'm gonna give you an example and not some keynotes. Traditional point guard. I bring the ball up court. I stand at the high key. I put my hand up. I call the play, and I get it to the person that initiates the offense.
Okay.
I come down court. We need a bucket. I come down court. I call my big, pick and roll. I tell you go to the corner. I tell you go to that corner. I tell you stay on that wing. I call my big, pick and roll. I drive. I penetrate. If my big isn't open on the roll, I kick it to the corner of the wing. That's a traditional point guard. You notice I never say I come down and just shoot a three. You notice I never said I come down and just drive to the hole. You notice what I just said? I come down and I get the ball where it needs to go to make sure the offense is ran correctly every time. When you watch Jason Kidd, every time Jason Kidd came down court, what was he trying to do?
Facilitate the offense.
When Chelsea Gray comes down court, is she trying to facilitate the offense every time?
Yes.
Most of the time, yes.
I say 98% of the time, yes.
Sometimes the point guard got to know when they call a number. Sometimes the offense is run off the point guard with the ball in the hand, right? So sometimes there's no point guard that's ever played that never drives to the hole, that brings the ball up and then tries to score. You know what I mean? Like
usually a point guard will take what the defense is giving. They initiate the offense. They put their hand up, call the offense, run the play. But if the play breaks down, they'll drive to the bucket or shoot the shot.
Yeah.
Is that also not what a traditional point guard does, though? Or she just said, "Okay, the play is blown up. I guess I'll just give it up and give it to the opposing team." Then, since the play didn't start, I can't shoot the ball because now I won't look like a traditional. The coach will get mad because I'm not doing a traditional thing. I just might as well just turn the ball over and go back down the other end.
No, I think what you just said, what you just described. Falls right in line with Zoe's traditional point guard. If the play breaks down, the point guard know how to get a bucket, right? Know what to do.
That's Chelsea Gray.
Right. So what I'm saying, what he's saying is, he's asking the question: does Chelsea Gray not come out and initiate her own offense? And I think he thinks she does that.
Tim,
they not listening, Tim. Tim, I've been trying to say that this whole time. They not listening, Tim. They not listening.
Bro, we listening very well. I think you don't understand that that point guard that has that shooting mentality. That's not a traditional point guard. A traditional point guard is trying to set up the offense.
That's all they do. That
ain't all they do. That's not all they do.
If Chelsea Gray, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say this, and I want the chat to listen too. If Chelsea Gray comes into a game and just sets up the offense with her play style, is the Aces still winning that game?
Yes.
I think so. But
I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. If Chelsea Gray goes into the game and says, I'm not looking to score. I'm looking to set everybody up and get the ball to the right person. Are the Aces still winning that game?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I get where you're going.
No.
And no, she doesn't do that.
I'm gonna give you another example. I'm gonna give you an NBA example for the old schools. If Jason Kidd, when he was on the Nets, goes into the game and says, "I'm scoring today. Somebody else got to set us up." Is the Nets winning that game?
No.
Same with the Aces, though. That's why they lost so many games, because Chelsea was gone. Their point guard was gone. They didn't have anybody to that could set up the offense correctly.
I see where Zoe's going though, because there's been times, and I disagree with him saying that makes her not a traditional point guard. But there's been times where Becky Hammond calls a play for Chelsea to make hit the shot, because she was the catalyst to that offense. She's the catalyst to that offense, not only as a facilitator but also a scorer, because she could shoot. But to me, that doesn't make her not a traditional point guard, because in normal circumstances, she's more traditional than anything else, in my opinion. But I see where Zoe is going.
All I'm saying is
because what he's saying is that whatever the certain system or certain offense that a coach runs makes that guard either what do you call them, Zoe? Combo, whatever. What's the other word you use? Combo guard or traditional point guard.
So,
but Bryce, when she was out, they was like, they said they can't wait for her to get back for what? Well, understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. They said they couldn't wait for her to get back for what? So she could set up the offense. They didn't say so she can give us points.
Well, she does both. She does both. I see where Zoe going.
She only averaged like 10 points a game, probably less than 10 points a game.
Those are critical. Sometimes it ain't the amount of points, it's when you score them.
So she's not a scoring guard first. She's not a score first guard.
I'm not
she's
saying
a traditional.
He's not saying that either. He's not saying that either.
Again, Chelsea Gray can listen, panel listen, chat listen. This is coming from a point guard.
I'm tracking you, Joe. I'm tracking you.
Listen. Paris, that's what I'm trying to tell him. It's her play style. Listen. When we go into a game, is Chelsea Gray the initiator of every set called? Anybody, panel, yes or no?
I believe so.
Well, she's the point guard, so she's calling the play, and then she's running it.
I think the answer to your question is no, because it's an extreme.
I don't need no caveat. That's all I wanted to hear.
No, you said
every. I don't need a caveat. I don't need a context. I don't need nothing. I just asked a simple question.
Because you made it too extreme.
Prince, you straw man. That's what you do. He's straw man, bro.
Answer if you say every, because you said every, and you can hold us to that every. Then nobody can say every, because she doesn't. Because of how the Aces run. So I get that.
You see, he laughing. Look at him. He's causing confusion. Where's K-Sap at? I need K-Sap to come in here and talk about this dude causing confusion.
What I'm saying is,
and here's where I'm with you, Zoe. I understand what you're getting at about you're going off the definition of a conventional point guard, traditional point guard. So I've already conceded. Well, by that definition, the Aces don't have a conventional point guard, traditional.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's
all
I'm saying.
Bro, a hybrid to me is you confuse them for a two guard. That's the hybrid to me. Like, you don't know if they're a point guard or a two guard. That's that hybrid. Like Gilbert Arenas.
Like, you don't understand what I'm saying.
Understand what I'm saying?
The stat sheet
Sabrinaionescu. You confuse her. You don't know what she is.
The stat sheet says Chelsea Gray is a 1, but if you watch the game, you don't know if Chelsea.
This guy, he just likes to argue. He just wants to be right. I understand. You straw man. He just wants to be right. Ain't no way in the world we look at, yo, Chelsea, we need you to get 20 tonight. I bet you they say that to Sabrina. Sabrina, we need you to get as many points as you can. Not Chelsea. We need
Uncle
you to set up
J.E.
our offense.
Uncle J.E., when you watch a game, if I wish I had a casual WNBA fan in here and I could really play a game on this stream and ask them at the end, what position does Chelsea Gray play? I bet you they would say they don't know. She's a hybrid. If you take away the stat sheet, I need y'all to take away the stat sheet and what you think Chelsea Gray is and look at the conjectural definition of a traditional point guard. And you watch the game, eye level, just watch the game and say, what position does Chelsea Gray play? You would say, man, she'd be everywhere. Sometimes she's all ball. The shots for her. Sometimes she comes up with the ball and she passes it on the wing. She drives. She's not. You didn't see Jason Kidd doing all of that. You didn't see John Stockton doing all of that. You didn't see Mark Jackson doing all of that. You didn't see Sue Bird doing all of that. You don't see Courtney Vandersloot doing all of that. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying her play style on the Aces is not traditional. What the traditional point guard concept is.
Uncle J.E., you got to understand. They call the folks that's calling her a hybrid, like Zoe, and not the traditional. They saying the same thing about Magic. So they just talking about play style.
I'm with you. They just talking now.
I remember Magic playing
off. I'm with you. I'm with you. They just talking now, man.
Well, he is. He's creating a conversation. That's because his whole point is: do you need a traditional point guard?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I get where Zoe's going.
The title of this video literally says, have the traditional point guards become a thing of the past?
Yeah. I agree. Now that's a yes.
That's the title. See, y'all gotta read again. Before y'all come on the panel, read the title of the video because we're having two different arguments right now.
That's a yes. I see more combo guards than I see traditional point guards nowadays. But still, I'm still of the mindset of Chelsea Gray has those attributes. She can play multiple positions, but I still consider her at her base a traditional point guard. She just happens to be a traditional point guard that sometimes can play off the ball and do the things that Zoe's saying. But he doesn't. That's just me. But that's not like he said, it's not a bad thing because she's a weapon. If you have that kind of weapon, why not use it?
I'm just saying, Sue Bird. Uncle Jay, you remember watching Sue Bird back in the day?
Yeah, Sue Bird is a traditional.
Now, okay. Now, Brad and B. Will, you heard him, huh? He just said Sue Bird is traditional. If you watch Sue Bird's game and you call a play, can you call that same play for Chelsea Gray?
Bro, Sue Bird, like Becky Hammond, was a tradition. Like let me land. Becky Hammond was like 60% traditional, 40% hybrid. You know what I mean? She could score and all that, but she was a traditional also.
I ain't never known Becky Hammond to play off the ball.
No, that's what I'm saying, but she could score. She hit big shots. She'll take that shot.
When necessary.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Jason Kidd can score too. Jason Kidd can score too when necessary.
Yeah, but Jason, they're traditional point guards, bro. I don't know. Y'all got a different perception of what a traditional is and a hybrid is.
All right. This is what we gonna do. We gonna go through. Hold on. I just had the thing up there.
Like that guard on Washington. She would be like a traditional to me.
Sykes?
Yeah, she's phenomenal, bro.
Nah.
The white girl. I'm talking about the white girl. What's the white girl name?
Van Loo?
Yeah.
Van Loo is traditional.
But she don't play for Washington no more. She a Valkyrie.
Yeah, she with the Valkyrie.
Yeah, she with the Valkyrie now. Yeah.
Oh, she with the Valkyrie? Okay.
Yeah, they
Yeah, they
picked her in
drafted
the expansion draft. They didn't protect her.
Bro, I was hoping we could get her. I was under the like back in the scenes. I was hoping we could get her in the background, bro.
It's probably still
Like,
possible. It's probably
nah,
still
she would. I think they sign once they get to that team, right?
Nah, they got the
cannot.
option to. They still got the option to cut. So the thing, this how it goes. They had to draft them just to, because like contractually for new teams they have to have a set amount of players on the team, but they're going to have what you call a null and void when the free agency starts, where they can cut players with no penalties, where they could trade players for draft picks, for future capital, for cash considerations. They'll be able to do that. So those players you see on that team, highly likely a lot of them won't be on that team to start the season. A lot of them probably won't be on that team. Especially those overseas players. Most of them, even the highly coveted ones that people are talking about, they most likely probably don't end up playing on that team next year. They probably hold them for later down the line, depending on what that contract looks like. But most of them, especially those overseas players, most of them won't be on their team next year.
Like, bro, JC Sheldon is a traditional point guard, but they making her play the off. But they make her play off ball because Enrique is ball dominant. She's a traditional. She's a great point guard, actually.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, what?
I don't think she. I'm an Ohio State fan, and I know J.C. Sheldon's from Columbus, Ohio. She went to Dublin Kaufman High School, I know J.C.
Bro, her defense,
she's very good. She's very good, but great.
Oh, okay,
great. You said great.
Bro, her IQ and her defense. Oh my God,
she's good, not great. Chelsea's great.
Chelsea got more experience too, though.
Yeah, but you can see potential in those who are great, though. When they're young, you can see the greatness in them. I don't see greatness in JC. I mean, that's my girl. Trust me, I know her. I've seen her since high school. She's very good. She didn't have a very good rookie year as far as what I expected of her, but she has a lot of potential. But if they get Olivia Miles, or I'm sorry, Paige Beckers, she's on the clock.
So what you think about Mueller? Remember Nika Mueller? Mueller? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's not a point guard.
She's not a point guard, exactly.
She's not a point guard. She's a two. Wing player.
But they try to force her to play that one. She's out of place. She's more a defensive player anyways.
She's a defensive specialist, but who tried to make her a one?
UConn.
They did?
No, I think Seattle tried to make her a one.
Oh, hell no. They ain't trying to make her no one.
Seattle didn't try to make her anything.
Right.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
No, he's saying the way that they tried to play her. They didn't try her at nothing.
That might not be right, but it's correct.
Right. The way that they coached her down. Not saying that she's not any good, but Seattle played her like she isn't any good, is what he's saying.
I know. I'm saying that they didn't play her. Like she didn't
That's what I'm saying. They played her like she wasn't any good.
But
like Courtney Williams would be that hybrid.
She didn't play.
Like Courtney Williams would be that hybrid to me.
That's because she is a hybrid.
Right.
She's been a two guard most of her career, but they had to play her at the point out of necessity. And once they did that, that's when they took off and ran to the finals, where they should have won if it wasn't for the referees. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, when they moved her there, that's when Minnesota started clicking. But she's a combo guard. Now that's a combo guard right there. And I
So
also consider Kennedy Carter a combo guard. She could do both.
let
Because
me ask y'all.
when Lindsay Allen was doing her bonehead stuff, and Witherspoon put the ball in the Kennedy's hands, they did a whole lot better.
Hey, let me ask the panel in the chat, HD in particular. Is there a difference between a combo guard and a hybrid?
No,
Okay.
I say no.
no, because they mean the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. We got two
Look
terms.
Look up the word hybrid and look up the synonym to the word hybrid. You'll see combination in there.
Bro,
So,
I get English. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't, be well. Stop being so sensitive. I'm not saying you
No,
don't.
I'm messing with you, bro.
I'm answering your question for you and the panel. I'm not saying you don't know. You asked the question. I'm answering it.
I know I'm not getting sensitive, man. I'm just messing around.
Okay, I know you went to college. I know you ain't stupid.
I'm just saying. I'm saying because the reason I asked that is because we keep using the two terms instead of just sticking to one, and I'm wondering myself, are we talking about the same thing? That's the reason I asked it.
Yeah, we talking about the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, they're both the same.
Like saying black and ebony. Black, got the word black, got the word ebony. Same thing. So yeah, combo, hybrid, same thing. And to me, like I said, Courtney Williams is the epitome of that. I just never looked at Chelsea Gray like that. I know Becky had her doing all kinds of stuff because of her physical talent, but you know, Zoe want to be technical with it and call her a combo, based on how they use her. But for me, her best attribute is being a traditional point guard. To me,
like Lizzie Allen would be a traditional.
She's a traditional point guard. Yes.
Whereas Mo Jefferson would be a combo.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know about her being a combo though. I think probably because of her size, because she's for a WNBA player, she's a big guard. But I don't know.
Before injury, she was an outright scorer. Like she would kill you.
Yeah. I remember when she was at UConn. She could shoot.
So
but she used to be able to shoot.
Is there a difference between being? So I'm going back to my question because the way it was coming off, I thought a hybrid was a point guard that's a prolific scorer, and a combo is a two that can facilitate if need be. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Am I thinking too much?
Well, that's what would you consider the difference between a scoring point guard and a combo guard?
I would say, like, if we just going back to recent examples, Chelsea Gray is a point guard that can put points up.
Okay.
Yes. Jackie Young is a two that can facilitate.
That can or can't?
That can.
Okay.
Yeah, that has the ability to. Because they used her to run the point when Chelsea Gray was out. They tried to use Kelsey Plum as well, but they realized that this ain't gonna work. No, she can't do it. So that's why, I asked that question. Does that make sense to y'all, or am I thinking too much?
It's a thin line between the two. A scoring point guard, because like I said, I just looked up Kenny Anderson. Kenny Anderson was a point guard, but he was a scoring point guard. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he was never used off ball. And I think the definition of a combo guard is a guard that can play off the ball or with the ball in their hands. They could be like a traditional two guard, like a two guard is a guard who can score and doesn't have to have the ball in their hands. They can catch and shoot, pop, drive, come off the curl. You know, everything Kobe was a slash. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
Yeah.
my definition. Combo point guard is one that he could slide down to that two, and he's comfortable. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But he could play that one also. That's how I see it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I was just thinking about somebody in the W, like Kelsey Plum.
yeah.
She's not even a point guard to me. She's just a straight out shooting guard to me.
He just a two.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just a two.
What's
But
going
see,
on, Tim? What you got on this?
Oh man, what's going on, Zoe?
What's going on,
Can
man?
you?
Hey, hold it
Hey
down
man,
for
what's
me.
going on,
I'm gonna be
panel?
right back.
Every
I'm cooking.
yeah, everybody on the
Peace.
panel. What's going on with you, gentlemen?
chilling.
What's up, Tim?
Look
All
what
right, hey,
HD.
listen, man. I think what Zoe was trying to say was, let me try to put this in a football terminology. It's kind of like the quarterback, right? You know, he goes through his read. You know what I'm saying? This receiver might be covered. This receiver might be covered. Like his mindset is to go through all his reads first, right? And then he's gonna make the right play. I think what Zoe's trying to say with the point guard, like Chelsea Gray, right? Like he was saying, sometimes like Chelsea Gray, she'll come down, right? And she may not even read the floor. She might just jack up the shot, right? Just because she's open. But I think what he's trying to say is that a traditional point guard, even if let's say she comes down, right, and she sees she's got an open shot, she may look through all her reads first. What's in the post? What's on the wing? What you know what I mean? And then if nothing's there, then take the shot versus just coming straight down and just jacking up the shot. I think that's what he's trying to say. Like because I remember John Stockton was kind of like that because like he would come down the court, but a lot of times he might have an open shot, but he was always looking to get the ball to Malone on the pick and roll, or he was always trying to see who was out on the wing, if anybody was open on the wing. So, or if he had any cutters going to the rim before he would take his shot. So I think that's what he's trying to say as far as a traditional point guard. Like, and I think he's trying to say like it's kind of more so like a mindset. Because like some players, like he was saying, like Chelsea Gray, she's gifted and she's very talented. So she can come down and she can jack up the shot and she can shoot. But is it her first? Is it in her mind first to read the court and go through all the reads and see what's available before she takes the shot? I believe that's what he's trying to say. I think that's what he's trying to say as a traditional point guard.
I see HD's comment up here. Combo refers to just passing and scoring. Hybrid is a guard who can pass, score, defend, and rebound. So HD, I would ask you: is Kobe Bryant considered a hybrid? Because he could do all that, but he didn't play the point. He played two. But is he considered a hybrid? Because hybrid, the way HD explained it, a hybrid is more of a complete player than a combo. And I've never heard anybody say that. I've always heard that a combo guard has the attributes of both a two guard and a point guard. And what he described there in that hybrid, those are all part of being a two guard and a point guard. See what I'm saying? Or a combo guard. You could defend, you could pass, you can rebound, because and score. That right there, what he described the hybrid, that's Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
But Kobe was a hybrid 2-3, not a point guard. He could dribble, he had handles, but he never really played the
I
point and
considered him
facilitated.
a pure all-time great two.
Right. Like D Wade, he played point when he first came in the league, but they moved him over to the two.
Now that's a combo guard right there.
That's a combo, right? That's a combo.
That's a combo. Now that's a good name right there, because Wade could play both at a high clip. That's another name that HD just described as somebody that can defend, rebound, pass, score. D Wade, my God, that first Miami championship he won with Shaq, D Wade was out of his mind.
Bro, Monte Ellis was that combo. He
Yeah,
could play point.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Before they got Steph Curry. Yeah. Now what is that? Now Steph Curry a hybrid? Is he a
I think
combo
he's shooting guard,
guard?
bro. I think he's shooting guard.
Okay.
What is sabrinaionescu?
I think she's a combo. I think she's a
You
combo.
broke up, Brass.
Oh, did I? Am I breaking up now?
No, you good now.
I've said she's a combo. Ionescu.
Yeah, I think she a combo too.
Yeah, especially since she patterns her style after Kobe because Kobe trained her.
Who is the point guard on the Atlanta Dream?
Alicia Gray.
Jordan Canada.
Nah, Jordan.
Oh, I thought it was Jordan
Canada.
Yeah, Jordan Canada. Yeah, Jordan. That's right. They moved Alicia from the 2 to the 1. That's right. When Jordan Canada got hurt. Yeah, Jordan Canada. That's right. Jordan Canada.
She started.
Hey, Zo, you back?
Yeah.
Oh man, hey, listen. I wanted to ask you because I don't know. I think you had stepped off when I was saying what I was saying about as far as the point guard.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say like because you was talking about Chelsea Gray and you was talking about well, what is the traditional point guard? I was thinking in terms of like a quarterback in football, right? Like you know how he gonna go through all his reads first, right? Like he might, you got those gunners, but then you got the quarterbacks who gonna read. They're gonna go through all their reads or their progressions first, right?
Correct.
Like in the point guard, are you trying to say like Chelsea Gray? You made the example, like she might come down and she might just pull up, right? So I'm thinking, are you saying like a traditional point guard? She's going to bring the ball up the court. She's going to look through all the objects. Is there anything in the paint? Do I have any cutters? Is there anybody on the wing? Although she might have the open shot, but her first thought process to scan the whole court and to see everything. And then if she needs to take the shot, then she's going to take the shot. Is that what you're trying to say? Like the traditional point guard is?
Hey Tim, let me say this. You want to come up here anytime, my brother. You let me know whenever you want to come up here. You the first person to truly understand what I'm saying. You the first person to truly get what I'm saying. I every point guard. That's why I said earlier, Jason Kidd can score, but
right
when they at practice, when they're in a game, they're looking for him to get 1, 2, 3, and 4 involved. Not just want to pick and roll with the big, so I could give it to them or I'm gonna get a shot.
Right. Got you.
Why you on the screen 3 times though?
Because I'm downstairs cooking.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. What you cooking?
Oh man, you know.
Yeah.
I'm cooking some
you know.
Cooking some collard greens, Cajun dirty rice, fried chicken, mac and cheese.
Hey man, FedEx me a plate to Germany, bro.
Traditional Louisiana style Southern cooking.
Yeah. A little light work. A
little light something, huh?
Yeah. Okay. What going on? Steady, bro, Clyde, you backstage? Because I can't see my backstage. Let's see.
Hey, well, look, Zoe, man, I appreciate you letting me jump on, man. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off so you can get somebody else on, man. But I appreciate it, man.
Hey, you welcome anytime. But yeah, you the first person to actually soliloquy. I love your soliloquy of how you added in the quarterback, the concept of it. Because you can have like a Cordell Stewart type of quarterback. He's still a quarterback and still a good quarterback, but it's the play style.
Right.
Like Michael Vick. Michael Vick wouldn't have been the traditional quarterback. Michael Vick he's thinking about getting his running the ball, not really passing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Caitlinclark is a combo.
I don't know about that.
What up, y'all?
I don't know about that.
About that one, Uncle Jay.
What up, bro? What up, bro?
I just heard some of it. I heard some of it, y'all. But what are we doing? I'm like, Chris, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? You know what I mean? I think we need to go to the Fighting Irish, you know what I'm saying, the Notre Dame, but where they make point guards at, you know what I'm saying, the university where the guard can prevail. You know what I'm saying? In Notre Dame, you know what I mean, they have a long list of what a point guard is, all the way from what you say, Enrique Agumalade, we can go to Skylar Diggins, you know what I'm saying? We could go all across, you know what I mean? Olivia
How about
Miles,
their head coach, Bro Clark?
you know what I'm saying?
Bro
We can
Clark.
go all the way Jackie
Bro
Young.
Clark. Bro
Yeah.
Clark. What about their head coach? The head coach was on their first national championship team.
She was nice too. You know what I'm saying? She took over. The head coach took over the job. You know what I mean? She wasn't the original coach, but she come from their loins. So what I'm saying is, if you don't understand what a point guard is, you need to go and look up what you need to go to the military so you can find out what a general is. You know what I'm saying? You know what a general is? The general is the head man of that service. You know what I mean? I served 8 years in the military, so I should be able to tell you what the point guard is. You understand? It is the floor general. That is the second in command for his coaching. But it is the first in command when it's 94 to 50 feet. She decides where the ball goes, who the ball goes to, what plays are ran for who and what they also gonna run. Some weak point guards, they look for the coach to tell them what to do. But a person like Ivo, you know what I'm saying, who can play the one or the two, you know, sometimes he got confused. But you know what I'm saying, a traditional point guard was like the Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson could score, but you know what I'm saying, he chose Leonard because he looked so sweet and putting that pass. Woo! Woo! You know what I'm saying? He liked to pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? He designated where that ball was going to go. And he designated who he was going to feed at what time. Sometimes it's Kareem. Sometimes it was Worthy. Sometimes it was McAdoo. Sometimes it was, you know what I'm saying, whoever he chose. You got what I'm saying? So a point guard is one who makes the decisions on the tempo of the game. A point guard.
Bro Clark, we all agree with you, right? But Prince has a different definition. That's what we're trying to get to. Like Prince has a whole definition that's different from ours.
Well, you know, Prince is a little new school. You know what I'm saying? I come from 1969. So, you know what I'm saying? I come from the school where Isaiah Thomas graduated from the grammar school. I did 4 summers in the Isaiah Thomas Grammar School archives at Resurrection. You can go look it up. Resurrection Grammar School. This is where I come from. Point guard is also the leader on defense, supposed to be not the anchor, but the actual initiator of defense. Meets every single ball bringer upper right there, either at the top of the key on the other side of the line, or you could choose at the middle, you know what I'm saying, mid-court direction. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to play 94 feet, that's a call for a press. You got what I'm saying? All I know is, Prince, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we changing? What are we doing right now, Prince? I don't know what your soliloquy was on what direction you going, but all I know is the second in command is the one who makes the whole operation run very smoothly. So you tell
Prince
me
got
what we doing.
Prince got trans definitions. He changing the definition as he goes. He get
I just gave you the straight definition. The point guard.
Hey man, that's cool, man.
Oh no.
Did anybody miss the class? I don't know. If anybody missed the class, y'all let me know in the chat. Did you miss the class? That's what the point guard job is to do.
Again, bro, Clyde, I heard your whole soliloquy.
No, that's the
85%. Listen, 85% of your soliloquy, we already went over that. We already said Chelsea Gray is a point guard. We're talking about play styles, not the position. We're talking about we've established who the point guard is. If you look at the screen, the template is up there. We talking about the play styles. Is Chelsea Gray, a traditional set up the offense, look for my shot Ford, traditional point guard?
Yes. Yes, she is. She's pass first.
That's not what that means. LeBron James is pass first, but is he a traditional point guard?
He's not a point guard. He's a swing. He can play the
Now
point
you
guard.
making my point. Anybody could be pass first. You making my point. That's the only reason I asked you that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bro,
You making
Prince,
my
you
point.
might have
He can
this.
play.
You might have this
Listen,
confusing definition because Prince,
when he's
you might have
playing
this
the point
confused.
guard. Go
Bro,
ahead, my
Clark,
bad.
let me get this out real quick.
Go ahead.
Prince, I think you got this confusing definition because of your mentality when you play point guard. But when I play point, I'm trying to set up my team. I wasn't looking to score first. I'm trying to set it up. You
No,
understand
Prince
what I
is a
mean?
point guard. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
point guard.
he's like,
But that's how he think. You understand? You got different people.
right.
Like you understand. Derrick Rose come from our loins, right here in Chicago, right? So Derrick Rose is a look to score first type of point guard. You got what I'm saying? But he plays point. Why? Because he brings the ball down and he nice on them paddles, baby. He could dribble the ball, put the ball where it needs to go. So they weren't really too quick to tell him he couldn't bring it up the floor because he was a shoot first point guard, but he also was nice and on them paddles and could pass. So whatever Prince, by him being a point guard, he can actually give a description on how he plays the point guard. You understand? Because it's different types of ways of being a point. But the most traditional way was Oscar Robertson.
That's what he's saying, though, Claude.
That's what he's saying, though, bro, Clark. He's saying that there's different styles of point guard. That's what he's saying. He's talking about styles of play. He's not saying different positions. He's saying there are different styles of the way point guard is played.
Oh yeah, some people, yes, it is. It is a way to choose on how you run it. Depends on how you know what I mean. You are skilled.
So, bro, Clyde, because B Will won't ask me something, but answer me this first. Do the Aces run Chelsea Gray? We're not talking about her capabilities. Do the Aces use Chelsea Gray as a traditional point guard? Yes or no?
No, absolutely not.
That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying Chelsea Gray not a point guard.
Absolutely, because she's not in total control of that offense.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Chelsea Gray isn't the point guard of the team. I'm not saying Chelsea Gray is not the point guard of the team.
Of that. So Chelsea Gray should be able to call that total offense, but they don't. They look for Plum and Jackie Young. By Jackie Young able to handle point guards, you know what I mean? She didn't do so good this year because she was kind of rusty of running the point. But Jackie Young, no doubt, Jackie Young can run the point. Okay, so the whole thing is that Chelsea Gray has help. You understand, more so than Skylar Diggins. The way Skylar Diggins play, oh man, that's the way it's supposed to be done. Straight up. If you're looking for a point guard, Skylar Diggins is the way it's supposed to be done.
Bro, Claude, what about Atkins? What is she?
She a two.
She a two. She more.
But she played point too, right? She's that hybrid, that combo.
Yeah,
she's that combo.
Like Ivo played the point, but he also was really a two. You got what I'm saying? Ivo was a shoot first point guard. So Russell Westbrook played point, right? But he really was a two. He wasn't a point because his paddles wasn't that good. Even right now, his paddles ain't so good. But people like Derrick Rose, I just gave you the description. Derrick Rose paddles was so cold. He was so cold with it, like he got away with it. Sometimes having two guard tendencies. You got what I'm saying? Did I make myself kind of clear on that?
Yeah.
Chauncey Billups. Look, Chauncey Billups is a perfect example of what you want your point guard to do. Jason Kidd is a perfect example of what you want your point guard to do. But most of those guys, they was like very rare because you had people like Gary Payton that came in, Gary, the glove was a defensive margul. I mean, the glove was nice on the paddles. He could drive the hole. He was super quick on the first step, but he just really didn't have a jump. He didn't have a J. So his first thing was to swing it to the wings or get it down low. Or he gonna shake a motherfucker and he gonna get, excuse my language, he gonna get to the hoop. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry.
Hey, HD, mind your business, HD. I gotta keep the content going, man. You know.
HD, what up, HD? What up, baby? HD, my boy. So you know, you had people like Tim Hardaway. So Tim Hardaway was your new tradition. That's my you know what I mean? That he 3-4 years older than me, but he was the new way of what we looked at a point guard was, because Isaiah come from this crib, right? From the crib, but then the cross, man, listen, the crossover was like, oh my God, this is something new. So that was something added to the bag, the tool bag, but he also was a shoot first point guard. He was a shoot point, but he was so nice on the pads.
Bro, Prince is trolling.
Yeah, Prince trolling.
Listen,
man, y'all wow, man.
Hey, Prince, that's what I was about to ask you a minute ago. Look, I think it's time that you get back to your agenda, because I think, like, I for one get where you're going with it. So I want you to go ahead and continue with your agenda, so we can dice it up. You know what I mean? Not chop it up as in against you. I'm just saying, like, get to what you get to what you getting at. You know what I'm saying?
Is that my boy Will?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, B Will? Hey, y'all, I gotta get off here, but look, listen, it's information. Jude Lloyd, I just come from out the street. Jude Lloyd mama is at the Sky party. Jude Lloyd mama is at the Sky's party. She had an eggnog today, baby.
Ain't she from Chicago?
So she's from Chicago. So I mean, what that mean?
Chicago. She went to Chicago Sky though, having
Right.
eggnog. Yeah.
Okay,
bro, Claude, you know we don't want no Jew Lloyd, man. That's
Jew
you.
Lloyd ain't going to Chicago, bro. That don't mean nothing.
They stupid. They might do that.
He said they stupid. They might do that.
Hey,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Listen, we in Chicago, we just don't do things just to do them, brother. Everything is about money and designate things. I don't know how they do it in LA, in Miami, and maybe in New York. I don't know. They just probably just go, or down south, or just go to party just because. No,
I hope they're not dumb enough to trade those picks for Jewel Lloyd.
Look. I'm just trying to tell you, we make.
Bro, Claude, in New York, we call that networking. That's all. We call that networking.
Okay, we networking for no reason at the Sky end, what y'all trying to tell me, but I'm trying to tell you how Chicago go down. We ain't attending something like that for nothing.
That would be a disaster. That would be a disaster if they do that.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. This is something y'all ain't looking at. If Jew Lloyd goes to the Chicago Sky, then everything we knew about Jew Lloyd from this whole Seattle fiasco is true, because what we've been saying, she's soft. Do we really want soft? And if she comes to Chicago, we know she's soft, because guess what? You are the Jew Lloyd, and you coming, you train to Chicago, knowing you're gonna be second and third fiddle behind Camilla and Angel, which you've been second and third fiddle your whole career, which is why you're supposedly mad. But now you dropping down.
And B Will, what are we doing with Kennedy if we got Jew Lloyd coming here? What are we doing with Kennedy now?
Exactly.
That's one reason I think they would do it. Just so they have a reason.
Oh my God! Okay, well,
they're stupid.
That's a disaster.
If they do that, if they do that, be well. That means they don't want Angel there no more. That's what that means, because she won't be.
Didn't I say they stupid? They might do it.
That means predicated on them being stupid. However you slice it, if they do that, if they do that, Angel will not be there when her contract is up. If they do that.
All I got to tell you is that,
or she might ask for a trade before her contract is up.
Hey,
That's all I'm saying. If you want to lose Angel, if you want to get rid of Angel, do that.
I ain't
Bro, Centron could be Jewel Lloyd. I mean, come on. We could get a fresh Jewel Lloyd from the
Hey,
draft.
the gold mama is at the party. The gold mama
Bro,
is at the
Claude,
party.
the gold mama is on her downslide. She's on her downside now, bro. She just was slumping at the end of the year.
The gold mama must not like Angel. She wants Angel up out of Chicago. She must not like Angel.
Oh no,
the gold mama.
Hey, that's something you putting out there. That ain't factual. Allegedly, you
If she want her daughter there, that means she don't want Angel to be there.
What's factual is the gold mama is there. I don't know nothing about somebody else's feelings in somebody else's head. That's what you said. You said it must be.
Well, you brought her up. You brought her up. You brought her up, bro, Claude. You brought her up. You brought her up as if to say that I got it. But the information seems like you're sending a message that the gold mama is going to end up in Chicago because her mama went to a Chicago Sky party.
There you go, right? I ain't. All I'm doing is saying the gold mama is at the Sky party, and we don't go to parties.
And
like
so, what are we supposed to do with that information?
I just let y'all know.
For what? Why?
I'm just letting you know.
Why?
Because
why?
The gold mama.
I live in Cleveland. I live in Cleveland. I can't go to the party to meet the gold mama. So why would you tell me?
I'm right down the street, so I'll let you know what's going on. I'll let you know what's going on because I'm right down the street. So
Bro, Claude, you a funny guy. You a funny dude, man.
That's my dude, man.
Hey, I'm right down the street, baby. I'm gonna let you know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's my dude. I love bro.
You loyal to the Chicago people, though.
Hey,
stay up, though. Stay up.
Hey, shout out Chicago, man. Shout out Chicago, dog.
All I know is Bro Claw's tracks be going hard.
Oh yeah. His beats is dope.
The gingerbread man is for real.
But hey, Zoe,
what
you
up?
still there?
Yeah.
I found it very interesting to what HD said, the difference between a combo guard and a hybrid guard. Did you remember what he said about that?
Yeah.
What do you is Kobe a hybrid?
Who, Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kobe a hybrid guard.
Okay, I never heard the term hybrid guard before. I thought it meant combo guard. I thought it was the one and the same.
Because hybrid, you can include defense in there.
So you can't include defensive or combo guard.
No, because a combo that would just be it would depend on what their offense looks like. So
okay, so it's a purely offensive word.
Yeah.
That means they're offensively
because
they're combo guard.
J. Kidd played defense, but Steve Nash didn't play defense. Curry don't play defense, even though whatever kind of guard you would consider them, a scoring guard, a combo guard. Like the defense is just an additive that you add into it. That's how they become a hybrid. Because now I can put you at more than 2 positions. Hybrid is I can put you at 3 positions on the court. I can run my offense, and that's what I mean about Chelsea Gray. You can put Chelsea Gray as small forward on offense, and your offense still look the same. You can put the ball in Jackie Young's hand, keep Kelsey at the 2, and put Chelsea at the 3, and that offense will still look the same. Right or wrong?
You right.
That's all I'm saying. You think about the Nets. You think about the Nets.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen them do that. Yeah, I've seen them do that.
You think about the Nets back in the day. Jason Kidd is a true definition of a traditional point guard. If you put Jason Kidd at the 2 and you put Kerry Kittles at the 3, at the 1, and you put Vince Carter at the 3, leave Vince Carter at the 3, would that offense still look the same?
No.
That's all I'm saying. Like a traditional point guard is a point guard that literally you build your team around traditional point guards. Literally, they affect every facet at every position. They affect how your center gets the ball, how the small forward gets the ball, when the point guard gets shot. They dictate shot possession. That's your traditional point guard. Hybrid point guards, you could have a, a wing that facilitates your offense as well, where they can play off the ball. So again, like I said, it's not about the talent of the individual. What I'm talking about is how does this team utilize you? And what is your play style in this system?
But
Chelsea Gray
doesn't
is not a traditional point guard in the Aces system. I'm not talking about her talent or her position.
doesn't your talent dictate whether your coach will use you in those different positions?
It does. It does dictate because you have to be able to do certain things. That's
Exactly.
why she's a hybrid. She's able to have multiple play styles. Traditional point guards can't play the two. Traditional point guards can't go to the three. Traditional point guards are literally ineffective off ball.
Well, that ties into what you were saying earlier about when you asked the question, is the traditional point guard disappearing out of the game? And wasn't that your question
That was the
before?
question. Uncle
Okay.
J.E. got me off topic, man.
Well, I got
Nah,
you. I got you. I
but
got you.
you still have a conflict because Jason Kidd played two sometimes too. He slid down to the two.
I know he did, but
Oh, see, Uncle J.E. got answers
no,
for
no,
a
listen,
lot of
listen,
these
listen.
things.
He
And you're
could
like,
listen. He could slide there, Uncle J.E. But as Jason Kidd, who was that team built around?
bro, Jason Kidd is a facilitator, just like Chelsea Gray. They're not building no team around Chelsea Gray to score points.
Again.
Nah, you lost this
No,
one. Just admit you lost.
No,
The
I
Nets,
didn't.
You
nah,
took
You
a
didn't
loss.
see
The
what
Nets
I'm
built
saying.
that team
I
You
around
took
Kidd,
a
didn't.
bro.
loss.
I
I
didn't.
disagree with
Prince, you
that.
took a loss.
I disagree with that because the Nets built around him. They built around Jason Kidd,
They
and so
But
literally
he
did
was
built
the,
Dallas,
around Jason Kidd.
they
and
built
so did
around Vince
Dallas,
Carter was the
and so
main
did
player.
Dallas.
Vince
Nah,
Carter wasn't
nah,
Yes,
even
he
there.
was.
Vince
nah.
Carter wasn't on that team.
He
And
wasn't on
before
that
Vince
team.
Carter, it was Kenyon Martin and Kittles was there. But who else was there? Kittles. Who else was on that team? I think they had what was that other dude name? The dark skinned dude they had there. Ah man, I forgot his name.
They
But
built that
anyways,
team around Jason.
but
I remember that
he
because
was the point
we played.
guard.
As a Lakers fan, I'm a Lakers fan like Zoe is. I go back with Magic. When we played the Nets in the finals, that team was built around Jason.
Right,
When we held Jason in check, that team was held in check.
right.
He was the head of the snake.
Richard
But
Jefferson did not
Richard,
facilitate that
Richard
Richard
offense.
Jefferson,
Jefferson
yeah, he was on that team.
and Kenyon Martin was those wings. They was the athletic wings.
Kenyon Martin was the enforcer. He was the dude,
Right.
the
But
power forward. Yeah.
he was scoring too back then.
Oh
He
yeah,
Yeah,
was the
he was
number one
scoring.
pick.
He was the
definitely.
number one pick.
Yeah, he was number one. Yeah, exactly. I remember when he was at Cincinnati. Remember, I'm from Ohio. I watched him. When if it wasn't for him getting hurt his senior year, they would have won the national championship.
But bro, Aces is not looking for Chelsea Gray to get like some games. Chelsea Gray has 6 points and they still win.
That's when Asia was cooking. She'll get the ball to whoever's cooking. But I remember particularly in that second championship, she made big shots in the finals that they needed to win. Because I know Asia won MVP of the finals, but Chelsea, put it this way, it was like Camilla when she was most outstanding player for South Carolina last year when they won it. But the big shot maker was Tessa Johnson. She was the
But bro,
big shot
remember she
maker.
got hurt in that finals, and they were saying, what was they saying? Who's gonna distribute the ball? They didn't say who's gonna score some
Well,
points.
that was in the final game where they won.
Right.
But up to that point, she was hitting big shots to get them to that point. Then she got hurt, and then her team, the team, just rallied around her and won the final game in the series to get them the championship. But what I'm saying is,
I don't remember Chelsea Gray. Like when I think back to that finals, it doesn't jump out her scoring. It jumps out her passing to me.
She didn't score in bunches, but I'm saying in big moments she hit big shots.
Yeah, yep, that's the truth. She averaged about 15 points, 15, 16, between 15 and 18 points a game. But
again, like I said earlier, it's not how many points you get; it's when you get your points.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? You know how you see people got to start sooner or later, man. I'm gonna give about a year. Y'all gonna start really reading me. Like Uncle J.E. is literally his whole soliloquy, and I could have been killed it, but then I gotta get my stream going. Uncle J.E. Your soliloquy is literally the definition of the title of my video. You are thinking like a new age basketball fan. What Chelsea Gray does would not have been allowed from a point guard in the 2000s, right around.
You got to explain. You got to give me some more information. What do you mean? Because I'm thinking
Gray,
we're saying the same thing.
With Chelsea Gray in the 2000s being able to come cross court and just pull up threes.
Penny could if he wanted to.
Bro, Nash did that, but he's still a traditional.
I'll say it again.
I got answers. I got answers for
I'll
everything.
say it again. When did Nash start doing that? Did he do that with Dallas or Phoenix?
He did it with both.
When did he start really doing that though? Let's be honest.
Phoenix. Because of the style of offense they ran.
It was the play style. See, Brad's getting where I'm going with this. Nash had the talent in Dallas, but he just didn't do it because of the play style. I'm not talking about the talent. I'm talking about how does this team utilize you? Again, the title of the video is, are teams getting away from traditional point guards and looking for combo guards to run the point? That's all I'm saying.
And the answer is yes, because Zoe, that's a very good question, because like we was talking about the head coach of Tennessee, she has a positionless team. You notice that? I think you said it yourself. The head coach of Tennessee, the Lady Vols, she does not run a traditional offense. She does not have a traditional point guard. She has what is quickly moving to, which is a positionless basketball game. The NBA is moving towards that. The WNBA is going to start moving towards that. And I think the head coach down in Tennessee, she's the epitome of that. And like I said, and I know I don't want to get off subject, but I really, when I saw her today and the way she coached, because I grew up a Tennessee fan, and after Pat Summitt passed away, I kind of it hurt me so much. I can't even watch him. I couldn't watch him for a while, but I'm watching them. I'm watching them again.
Right.
And I'm telling you, that girl that's the head coach of that team, she's special.
But
and
Brush, y'all have a problem with y'all.
And she
y'all got a problem.
Hold on, I'm gonna land the plane and I'm gonna let you go. And she runs a positionless type of offense. She doesn't have a point guard. She got a bunch of ball handlers and they can all shoot. And she got bigs too. I don't think she ain't playing small ball. She got long defensive players, got long arm players. She got long forwards. She got tall forwards, but they all can shoot and they can handle the rock. And that's what I'm saying. That's what basketball is going. So to answer Zoe's question, he says the traditional point guard being phased out of the game. And the answer is yes. Because we can see it. It's happening now.
I agree with that, but when I said Caitlin is a combo, you guys said no, she's traditional. Caitlin can play too. She just hasn't established that yet. She hasn't had a point guard.
Traditional point guard.
No, she's not traditional. Not at all. Not at all. That's what I said. But they said she's traditional. I said, no, she's not.
Nuh-uh.
She's a shooting guard with the ability to play point.
Right. But if you watch her assists, she get a lot of those Westbrookian assists. It's like because she handles the ball so much, somebody got to get the assist. It's one of those kind of things. Like because Caitlin doesn't play off the ball. She has, I think, top 3 usage rate in the WNBA last year as a rookie.
Yeah,
Like
she
she
does.
doesn't
Yeah.
play
I
off
think
the
she
ball.
would be more effective if she learned how to play off the ball.
Yeah.
She'll be
Again,
dangerous.
it's like one of those things, Uncle J.E. It's like you see a garbage team in the NBA and you see a player scoring 30 a game and you wonder why nobody wants to sign him when he become a free agent because GMs already know somebody got to score those points. That team garbage. Somebody got to score those points. Again, she handles the ball so much, she going to get those assists. And her assists, they aren't like moving the defense. It's kind of like pick and rolls. It's kind of like just dump it down to Leah Boston. She tips it in. Like her assists aren't next level. They just be gassing her assists up like that. Like she doesn't come down court, go one way, shift the defense, and hit back the other way. Her assists aren't like that.
And her handles are suspect. I don't care what nobody says. She got
I
no
never thought
left.
she had good handles.
She ain't got no left.
Yeah.
You never see her go left. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I never thought she was. I never put her in the top echelon of like handles. They be gassing a lot of. She's a scoring guard. Like that's what she is. She's a scoring guard that can facilitate. Like she ain't like. And I ain't even trying to, because she is elite at what she does. I'm just saying she's not a traditional point guard just because her scoring ability allows her to assist the ball, not her vision. That's the difference.
Yeah. And that's what I got out of it. She's a scoring guard, but she looks traditional in that the way she tries to set up her teammates. But yet she also at the same time try to set herself up. it's kind of unusual the way she plays.
Caitlinclark is a combo guard that chooses not to play off ball.
Right. There you go.
If you look at the stat sheet, that's why I say when you think about it, when you think about how we're grading these play styles, you got to take the stat sheet out of it because that doesn't tell the true story. Because if you looked at a stat sheet with Chelsea Gray, and you looked at the assists of who had the most assists, ball usage rate, points, shots per person, you would automatically say Chelsea Gray is the point guard. But if you watch some games, you would know Chelsea Gray wasn't running the point 50% of the time. If you actually watch the game, it's just how the offense and the play styles are set up. Because Chelsea Gray can get 5 assists 5 straight times down because she got Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, and Jackie Young she's passing it to. So if you look at the stat sheet, she got the most assists. But if you go back to watch some of them playoffs games, Chelsea Gray was playing off ball. Against the Liberty, she was playing off ball a lot. That's what I mean, like play style. She's a hybrid. She's able to play off the ball even though she can facilitate and score.
But if they were ever was able to get Willard to play point and Caitlin to play off guard, she would have been so effective, in my opinion.
Oh, hell yeah.
She would have saved a lot of energy. You know what I mean? She would be able to shoot better, higher potential shots and not come down and just throw it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, she could come off the cuts, the screens, and all that stuff. I've never seen her come off screens and catch the ball and shoot, bro.
Size tried to do that with her somewhat, but she was lazy.
Yeah, she's very again. It's a hurt. That's why I said
you could tell she just wasn't into it.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a hurt choice.
If she didn't have the ball in her hand, she did everything she did was lazy, especially in the beginning of the season. She got more energy after Chrissy Size started bending the detour and letting her do what she wanted to do, right? Running the offense more around her. But when Chrissy Size was trying to utilize her exactly the way y'all saying, Caitlin didn't like it and neither did, the fans, right? So, and again, it showed. To me, it showed that she lacked any enthusiasm for that type of thing. She didn't go hard when they try to use her in a way that's different than she was used to. She did not go hard. That's what, and as a Caitlyn fan, that was disappointing.
Again, Caitlinclark will never become her best self. That team, I don't care who the coach is, that team will never become the best version of itself unless she can start to play off the ball some. Again, in the playoffs, that's gonna keep getting exposed. You got to be able to play off the ball. You keep coming down court and you got five pair of eyes just on you. Like your team will never progress.
Like she
That
doesn't
might
have to
work
be
in the
like
regular
Reggie
season.
Miller. She doesn't have to be like Reggie Miller or Curry, but she needs to do some of that, or Rip Hamilton. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because Curry brings the ball up sometimes.
The only thing about that, she can't. You're right. I'm glad you said that, Uncle Jay. She can't play. Like, hold on, man. So my wife showed me that Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy. But
Yeah, I just
anyway,
got the alert.
Excellent. But yet he wasn't. But yet they kept him off the Biletnikoff award. But go ahead.
But yeah,
no, he won the
I'm glad you said
Biletnikoff.
The Thorpe. I'm in the Thorpe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Uncle Jay, because you're right. She don't have to be that. She can't be that because she ain't quick enough. She can't run hard like that, like they do. It would be the wrong thing because one of the reasons you want to get the ball out of her hands so she has to conserve some energy. But yeah, I agree with you. So she does need to come off the ball or something, change it up. You know what I mean? Switch it up.
Shout out Miss Goody Two Shoes. What up, Miss Goody Two Shoes? What up?
What up, Miss Goody?
Yeah, I mean, no matter what coach you bring in there, it's still gonna be Caitlinclark's offense.
Yeah.
So I don't. That's why when like I think about coaches, right? Even when and I'm a LeBron fan. Even when GMs fire coaches that coach LeBron, no matter what coach you bring in there, it's still gonna be LeBron's system.
Yep.
That's why I don't be getting with the great players. No matter what coach you bring in there, it's still gonna be that great player system.
Yep. Yep. But
that's just like people don't remember Michael Jordan. I think he had 4 games where he had triple-double and he's playing point.
Yeah.
But when they took that ball out of Michael Jordan's hand, that's when he became more effective. You know what I mean?
Well, it was that triple post offense that Tex Winter brought in, or what they call the triangle. Yeah, the triangle offense. That's what really had him take off. That freed up Jordan to do what he ended up doing.
Yeah, because that's the Jordan that Kobe plays like. Kobe don't play like the Doug Collins Jordan.
Right.
I think Uncle Jay talking about when Jordan had to play point. I think it was like an 8-game stretch.
That was under
Doug Collins. Yeah,
that was under Doug Collins.
Yeah, it was under Doug Collins. That's what I'm saying. Kobe Bryant don't play like the Doug Collins Jordan. Kobe Bryant plays like the Phil Jackson, Tex Winters Jordan.
And that's what Zoe was talking about earlier when he said that style of offense. What are they running?
He's still the same player. Still the same player.
Right. But the
they
difference
utilize him a different way. Still the same player.
Exactly. And that's why Kobe thrived, because Phil brought that to him. Tex Winter took it from Chicago, took it to LA.
Again, Chelsea Gray could probably be traditional with another team, but she's not a traditional point guard with the Aces.
Right.
I don't think at this point, there's a traditional starting point guard in the WNBA.
Yeah, when you think of it, yeah.
And again, I wanted to do this stream That's why I'm glad me and Uncle J.E. got difference of opinions. Even Brass and B. Will, even everybody came up here. They got a different, even the chat. So again, I needed this stream for my part 2 because my part 2 is on what the Chicago Sky actually need at point guard versus what we think a traditional point guard would mean to them.
But Olivia Miles is not a traditional point guard, bro. She's not a. She's like a combo. So
again, I'm not saying it's not even. Again, I'm not saying I'm not even again, you already know how I feel. If Olivia Miles is there, we're taking Olivia Miles. All I'm saying is I hear people soliloquies and I don't even think they know what they actually saying.
Right. Or they don't know what you're saying.
and I feel that what they think Olivia Miles is coming to do is not what they think we need. That's all I'm saying. They looking at the aspect of what a point guard means in the WNBA the wrong way.
I think they're looking at the aspect of the incompetence of the so-called point guards we had last year, or was made to look incompetent.
That's exactly what I think they're doing.
Yeah, that's what they're looking at.
I just hope Zoe knows that you wasn't gonna come up in this chat, in this panel, and drop that bomb. This is gonna be my part 2. Nah, bro, unfortunately, you're gonna be on your part 2 right now. Cause ain't none of us gonna let that go. The conversation about to swing total way.
So
and the wind is blowing towards Chicago, brother.
He opened up Pandora's box.
The wind is blowing towards Chicago, bro.
Yo, B. Will, I feel like we were set up.
Oh yeah, of course he was set up. You know what he said. He's got a stream. He got a stream to do. It's got to be entertaining. So he gonna set you up.
I gotta start playing chess with Zoe now. I got to think ahead.
I told y'all one of these days y'all gonna realize me, man. Y'all can't keep taking everything I say to heart. Y'all can't keep doing that.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm smarter than that. If it sounds suspect, I really don't believe it.
Look at Rasheed Beats. Zoe just loves Centron. Just playing, man. I love Centron. He ain't the only one.
Let's not get into that. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Please don't do it.
Because he was running yesterday.
Uncle J,
Man, I ain't run from nobody.
Yesterday.
Man, I told you I didn't get the notification, bro.
Man, you got notification for the other 41, but that one you missed, huh?
Right. He got
YouTube must have set it up then. Because they didn't send that notification.
He blaming YouTube. But I wanted to jump on there so bad, bro. Because I'm like, why are they not putting respect on Central? The reason why, as though you kind of hit on it a little bit, but the reason why people who are just casual fans or whatever, just not really studying the game, and that doesn't mean that y'all guys are wrong for that or what have you. I'm a casual fan too. There's some things that I look at, and unless it's being replayed for me, because I watched the game again like you did, B. Will. I watched it again and again. But the reason why Centron isn't thought of so highly is because she's quiet. She's not flashy. She doesn't celebrate. She just goes about her business with that blank look on her face. Rarely smiles. She doesn't do interviews. She ain't in ads and stuff like that. She just goes about her business and goes home and go to school. That's it. And I think that's one of the main reasons why people don't really look at her like that, is because she's not the flashy jump off the screen type player like a Hidalgo, Juju, before Wiley, or somebody like that. You know what I mean? Even Olivia Miles, because Olivia Miles, she normally have a stoic look on her face too, but her game is kind of like Flash. You know what I mean? Centron ain't like that. She just does her thing and let the chips fall where they may. And a lot of people miss how really good she is. Especially they don't remember how she played last year when Olivia Miles wasn't there at all.
Right.
when she had to play the point.
Again,
And
let me ask y'all
Brad,
something.
that's what made me like I haven't conceded the thought of it, but I am here. Like if Chicago picks her, I'm okay with it because
Yeah.
she's not a bad pick. But I'm thinking there's other players that are better out there. But she's
Not
6'1".
not for
She's
what we need.
6'1". She's 6'1". She's efficient. She can score. You know what I mean? She's gonna play defense. Like I saw Prince break down on her on defense. A lot of that is help defense, though. I ain't gonna front.
No,
It
she
ain't one on
pushes.
one. She's shutting
She
down.
pushes to the help. She pushes to
Yeah,
the help.
yeah.
Yeah,
She's smart. She's intelligent. You know what I mean? And I
yeah.
think she could be effective for the Sky. But I think his other players are better. That's all I'm saying. She won't be a bad pick. Even at
Look, Uncle
3. I'm
J.E.,
even thinking at 3 too.
Uncle J.E., this is what I'm saying. And I need y'all to I want all three of y'all to just give me a yes or no. The Chicago Sky, do the Chicago Sky want Olivia Miles? Let's take the name off of it. Do they want Chicago? Do Chicago Sky fans want Olivia Miles because they think she's a traditional point guard? Yes or no?
Yes.
Uncle J.E.?
I say no.
B. Will?
I say yes.
Chicago Sky's only reason for wanting Olivia Miles is because they want somebody who can get the ball to Camilla and Angel Reese.
Yes.
That's it.
That's
You
right.
can ask I'm not Uncle J.E. I'm not talking about those who actually know the game and know what Olivia Miles can bring. I'm talking about the Chicago Sky fans who are just mad because Angel Reese and Camilla wasn't getting the ball in the post.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
That's
fact.
all I'm saying, Uncle J.E. I'm not talking about like the youth. I'm talking about
Bro, but I don't think the
tomorrow's
GM,
stream
I don't
is
think the
really
front
about.
office is looking at Olivia Miles, though. I think they have another player in mind. I think it's Centron, bro. I don't think it's Olivia. I think the fans
Again,
want Olivia.
yeah, again, it's going to be. I've been saying this from the beginning, and people been getting on me. You don't know what kind of offense Tyler Marsh is going to be running. Olivia Miles is a hybrid guard, but she does need control of the offense. So if I'm watching film on her and seeing how she plays off the ball, Olivia Miles disappears when she plays off the ball. Let's call it what it is. The only time you know she's on the court when she doesn't have the ball in her hands is when Hannah passes it to her on the left wing and she pulls up for a three, right or wrong.
You're right.
You don't never see Olivia Miles running off of curls. You don't see Olivia Miles doing backdoors. You don't see Olivia Miles doing flare screens. She does nothing off the ball except stand on the wing, hoping whoever has the ball gets double teamed and they kick it to her.
Yep.
That's why I say they looking at this all wrong. I don't think they fully understand what the Chicago Sky actually needs.
You don't think that's a function of the offense they run, though?
That's not what, again, be real. We deal in reality. What does Olivia Miles show me? Not what she can show me.
No. I'm saying, I'm asking a separate question. Do you think what her disappearing on offense, like as you said, do you think that's a factor of the offense that they run?
I don't, because Citron goes backdoor. When Prosper comes in the game, she goes backdoor, even though she shoots threes. King plays backdoor. The only two people that don't play, even Hannah, her doggo, when she's off ball, she goes backdoor. She runs flare screens. She runs zip cuts. She runs V curls. She does stuff off the ball. Olivia Miles and Caval is the only two people who stand around when other people are dribbling.
So,
Bro, Olivia Miles.
I'm just, she runs the point. Number one, like she is their point, traditional or otherwise. But the reason I asked the question about you think it's a function of the offense because it's Neil Ivey that we talk about. It's Neil Ivey that we talking about. Like she could get her to do something else. Like if she wasn't doing what Neil Ivey wanted her to do, I would expect
She might not be able to though.
Well, that's true. I don't know. I would say I think she can.
Because one thing Neil Ivey is smart. She ain't no dummy. You don't win. You don't beat Gino Auriemma 2 times being a dummy.
Uncle J.E., Uncle J.E., hear me out, Uncle J.E. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. And I don't want to give up too much of my segment for tomorrow, but I'm trying to help y'all understand what tomorrow gonna really be about. Hear me out.
Tomorrow.
Hear me out. Olivia Miles in Chicago Sky's offense is not going to have the ball like they think she's going to have the ball.
So can I
Angel
say
Reese,
something, Prince? Can I say something?
but you don't really know.
I moved off of Olivia Miles though. Really, like I don't know what it is. Like I don't want her now. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's different now.
Because you've been watching my film, man. When you break it down, you got to look beyond the stat sheet sometimes and look at styles of play. That's what today's was about. Point guard styles of play and how do they fit. So hopefully tomorrow, people can understand when we're talking about players and their styles of play, not the position. Styles of play have to match your building blocks. You could not get a scoring point guard in that Kobe Bryant Shaq offense. It would have took away from what they do best. It would have took away from the best way for that team to win a championship. It would have took away from it. You in the triangle, you cannot have a scoring point guard.
Like Olivia Miles needs to be in a fast-paced offense, always
Yes.
running, and we don't
Uncle
have the
J,
bigs for
stop.
that.
Wait,
We don't have the
Uncle
bigs for that.
J, leave it for tomorrow, man. Leave it for tomorrow. We about to break some hearts. Leave it for tomorrow. We about to break some hearts. It's bigger than they think. A lot of them they casuals, man. They just watch it and they go off of it's PSTD. PTSD. It's like they seen the Chicago Sky in 2024, and all they think about, we just need somebody to get Angel Reese and Camilla the ball. Olivia Miles. That's who we need.
Well, I know you're gonna save it for tomorrow, but he was talking about she like to run. There's no
She
better
can't play
run.
half court. But her best, if
Yes,
you
she
watch
can.
when she's at her best, it's in the open court.
Right. They said that during the broadcast.
Yeah.
That her, because Neil Ivy said it. Neil Ivy said that up tempo, fast break offense is Olivia Miles' playground.
Right. Right. That's why if you notice in their half court sets, Hannah Hidalgo and Citron has the ball. Go watch that you against the number one team, the number two team in the country. They didn't have their point guard on the ball in the half court sets. That lets you know something right there. Even before she got hurt. Look at their half court offense. Citron had the ball at the high key on the left side. Hannah Hidalgo had the ball on the wing running pick and roll. Go look at their sets. That lets you know, and you like you said, Coach Ivy is a smart player. That lets you know well Olivia Miles is in her best set.
Yep.
She practices with these kids. She watched them train. She know what they're good at.
Yep. She knows all their weaknesses and strengths.
She won't say it in the public because this is
Of course not. Of
she ain't
course
about
not.
to say it.
No.
And bro, if we're targeting like players like Jewel Lloyd, that shows you we're not gonna be running a fast-paced offense.
Yeah, exactly.
See, as Zoe's point is, and I got PTSD too, but I could come out of it. Because I'm not as fanboyish as other fans. I'm not a big fanboy. I like listening to mathematics. I like listening to reality. I like listening to what's really going on, the nuances. I'm open to that. That's really, a lot of. I'm an Ohio State football fan. A lot of people are pissed off at me because of what I looked at that Michigan game when I was telling B. Will and others about what happened in that game, and they think I'm fanboy for saying it. Now I'm like, nah, that was the most horrible offensive calling I've ever seen in my entire life. Period.
But Bryce, I moved past Olivia Miles like maybe 2 weeks ago. I started thinking about like, is she really a fit for Chicago? Like, even if we brought her here, we would have to change our whole identity. We gotta have to take on like Angel is not a runner. She ain't running up and down the court like that.
No,
beg to differ. No, what?
Bro,
she's not at her best.
Whoa.
At LSU, she was not like that. She did it on occasion.
She doesn't
LSU is my
run.
team. Bro, she's not a runner. She's not a runner like that.
Hey, Braz, you know me. I'm the biggest Angel Reese fan. But I don't know if you was on my old channel they'll tell you I did breakdowns where I would be yelling at the screen for Angel Reese to get down court. And that's not a bad thing. It's just her play style. Camilla is a workhorse that'll run end to end. But Angel Reese is a rebounder, so I'm not actually expecting her to do that. Camilla is a sometiming rebounder, so she can hit the fast break. I'm not expecting Angel Reese to hit the fast break. So for me, I'm not even saying that's a bad thing that she doesn't run the court like Camilla does. What I'm saying is,
oh no, she doesn't run the court like Camilla. No,
yeah, that's what
I
I'm
agree
saying.
with that.
So if
I
Angel
agree with
Reese,
that.
so do you want the ball in Angel Reese's hands and half court? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that's why Olivia Miles might not fit.
Yes.
Because again, you bring in Olivia Miles and you still got one of the same problems. You can't shoot. You still got you. See what I'm saying, Uncle J.E.? I'm gonna leave this for tomorrow though. I'm gonna leave this for tomorrow though. I'm giving y'all too much. I'm giving y'all too much.
I'm gonna let you say. I'm gonna let you say your most of your stuff for tomorrow. But we gonna say that Olivia Miles can't shoot now. That's what we saying.
So that's what we doing, B. Will?
I'm asking. We saying Olivia Miles can't shoot? We could have said that before she came back this year. We can't say that now.
She only taking 2 threes a game.
I ain't talking about shooting 3. Whoa, wait a minute. I think she went 2 for 4 or 3 for 5 in the game against UConn. She hit at least 2. I think she was 50%. Yeah, I think she was 50%.
B. Will, you know what? You know what I'm about to tell you? At the next level, that's not KK Arnold running out there to guard her. That's Dejanay Carrington.
Right.
And Prince, can I say something? And y'all didn't hear Uncle J.E. say this.
She got a mid-range
Y'all didn't hear. Y'all didn't hear Uncle J.E. say this, but Centron is a better fit for Chicago than any other player
Uncle
in this
J.E.,
draft.
now you on the same page as me. Now you on the same page, baby.
That's a fact. Y'all didn't hear Uncle J.E. say that though, but she's a better fit than anybody else.
Hey, Uncle J.E., we know, Prince. Now we know. Hey, Uncle J.E., put your video on, because I know you got a tan because you've been out there on Citron Island eating coconuts and pineapples.
Yeah, right. I still want fun though. Aussie fun, get it together, baby. Let's go.
Hey, look, want me to tell you the crazy thing, Uncle J.E.? I wouldn't be mad if Chicago took her at the 10th pick. That's how special I think Ozzie Fudd is. Ozzie Fudd could literally be the Steph Curry of the WNBA. And I'm not talking about the shot making itself. I'm talking about the eyeballs, the double teams, the defense having to shift. That's how quick of a release she has. That's how confident I am in her knocking down a 3.
Yeah.
That's how great she is in pick and roll on pick and roll.
Yeah. That's true. Like I said, like I told you at JE the other day, I'm not questioning her ability. I think she's one of the top 5 players in the nation, skill-wise. But her body doesn't seem to want to hold up there. It's end of the bargain, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, you know her mother went through the same thing. Her mother made it to the W, but she had a lot of injuries that ruined her career.
I pray to God that her body holds up in the W. I pray to God it does. I really do. I pray for her because she's special.
Uncle J.E., if I got a chance,
but I've seen this movie before, J.E. I've seen this movie before.
Brass, if I got a chance to get Curry at the 10th pick, I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Quick.
I'm doing it. It just is what it is. If we squander it on her, at least I let my fans know I was going out on a limb trying to get perfection.
That's right.
But Prince, not only Centron, we need to get bigger. We need to get another big guard at 10 too. The biggest person we can get.
I said Sellers. I said
Sellers. Yeah, I said Rivers. I want Rivers. Yeah, I want Rivers.
Which one is 6'2"? Is it Rivers or Sellers?
I thought Rivers was 6'3".
Yeah, Rivers is 6'3", I think.
Which one is a combo guard? One of them is a combo guard.
That's Sellers. That's Sellers.
Sellers is the I want the combo
Oh,
gold.
Sellers 6'3".
No. She's not.
Neither one of
She's
them
about the
6'3".
same
Oh,
size. She about
One of them 6'2". I think it's Cheyenne. Cheyenne is 6'2".
But 6'2", 6'3", it depends on the wingspan for me.
Yeah, I want Cheyenne Sellers. If we don't get Ozzy, if we don't get AZ, I want Cheyenne Sellers at that 10th pick. She's a 6'2" combo guard. She can play both positions.
yeah.
bro, I love Rivers' game. She inconsistent right now, but I love Rivers' game, bro.
Rivers does bring that D though.
But yeah, man, y'all save that for tomorrow. Y'all save that for tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead on and head out, man. Again,
And
appreciate all
not
y'all
playing
pulling up.
defense.
Appreciate
B Will, if
all
you
y'all
was
pulling up.
talking, I think you went out.
No, I finished. I only said one thing.
I mean, Bryce, I think you went out.
Oh, I was just saying, there's things that left me with PTSD, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. One of them
We'll
is
get on.
perimeter defense, but we'll get it. We'll get to it tomorrow.
I'm gonna drop that thumbnail in the morning.
Yeah.
It's gonna probably be between like 3 and 5. I ain't
All right.
It's gonna be between 3 and 5. Appreciate it, B Will. Appreciate it, Uncle J. Appreciate it, Brass, as always, holding it down when I was dipping in and out. Appreciate it, man.
No problem.
No doubt.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, we got part 2 tomorrow, y'all. Hey, make sure y'all share, like, subscribe on y'all way out. Make sure y'all share this video on y'all social medias. I'm on the road to 500. I only got 10 more to go to 500. So 10 more subscribers to 500. Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay cool, and I'll see y'all next time.
Hey, if you throw Caitlinclark name in your thumbnail tomorrow, you're gonna get that 10 tomorrow.
That's funny. Peace out.
You out, man.
Peace, y'all.
All right.
Peace.